Hello and welcome to DCP episode Easy as 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
As easy as 1, 2, 3.
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
DCP is
Yeah, you know
1,
me.
2. They made me do it. They made me do it. Chad.
Baby, you at me?
Let's be honest, Patrick, that was your idea. Don't play it off like it wasn't your idea. Come on.
I hate all of you except Dado.
Wow.
I'm the best. What about Watch? She delayed Anthem.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. Watch, you're awesome. Oh my god.
How dare. Delaying my
I don't know what to tell you.
Anthem getting pushed is actually super helpful.
We pushed.
Not helpful at all.
We pushed the podcast. Or, I mean, made it early specifically for that.
Right. Oh, no, I know. But I'm just saying for me, like now maybe I can escape my house and do things now that the snow's melting.
Overrated. Overrated. Stay inside.
Well, you know what?
How bad
you
was
might
the
have to wake up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And that's not cool.
That's true. I do need to wake up at 5 a.m. The snow, it's like the snow wasn't that bad. It's the fact that it's very hilly. So in order to get anywhere, you need to go down hills, but then you need to come back up the hill.
Yes.
There was 2 feet of there was over 2 feet of
problem.
2 feet of snow. Is Seattle one of those places that doesn't really have the equipment for snow too?
Yes.
Like,
I don't know what a plow is.
That's why people are like,
I don't know.
Hey, what do you mean Seattle got 2 feet of snow? I live in X place that gets a shit ton of snow. Why don't you come here if you think that's bad? Well, you guys are able to deal with it. We can't because Seattle sold all their snow plows. Okay?
Yeah, it's literally, they're like, oh, well, it snows every day here. And I'm like, so you probably can deal with it because it's every day,
used
right?
to this.
This is more snow than we've had in 50 years.
Yeah.
So,
Like, I don't mind driving
2000,
but yeah. No, I don't mind driving in the snow. I've driven in snow before. I lived in New York. I'm not a stranger to snow, but it's just the fact that it's very hilly and I drive a Civic.
And you don't want to drive with
people who don't know how to drive in snow. It gets exponentially more dangerous. You know,
people are afraid of the other people, not so much.
I need food. So
it was either the year 2000 or 2001 where I was driving from Texas to Florida for work. And there was a ice storm, like a snowstorm and ice storm. And I was driving in the South where they just aren't used to that kind of weather. I have never seen carnage like that on a highway. It was the highways down there are like domed a little bit to let the rain kind of like roll off. So everybody was trying to drive straight, but just sliding off the side of the highway. Tractor trailers, cars, everybody. It was, I've never seen anything like it. Some people just aren't. First of all, some roads aren't like designed for it. They don't have the equipment to fix it. And then people aren't used to driving in it. It was unbelievable.
Oh man, I can tell you by the fact that my neighbor keeps attempting to leave the house and keeps getting their car stuck every single time.
Every single time. Shovel?
Every single time. No,
I had
they don't have a shovel?
two houses down the street from me. Like for a solid 2 hours, it was just like 2 cars just in the middle of the street.
You know, Watts, if you weren't the kind of person, Watts, if you weren't the kind of person who would delay Anthem, then you'd go over there and help them out. Yeah, right.
You know what we were. So the whole neighborhood kind of got together.
She's not even biting on that.
To clear snow. We were building a PC while the neighborhood was trying to help each other out. So I'm going to say we made the good choice.
Look, your PC is increasing the heat that comes out of the house because when the PC
melting
PC, it's going to run hotter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Doing the Lord's work over there.
Yeah, really, just don't even put a CPU cooler on. Just stick the processor in the snow.
Right? Snow cooled processor.
Yeah.
Right, people are thinking I actually delayed Anthem.
You did delay Anthem.
Oh, I did.
She said, I really want Anthem
Thank you
to
for
be
doing
delayed, and it happened. That's the kind of sway that our Watts has.
Because I love Valentine's Day so much that I wanted to celebrate it.
Well, speaking of Valentine's Day, this is a good opportunity to obviously say thank you very much, Dado, for joining us on the podcast today.
No problem.
It's always a pleasure to have you on. It's a very important episode because we are having our first inaugural. Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh, you're just going to throw that bomb there too. All right, fine.
It's the first inaugural spectacular grand championship of the DCP newlywed / best friend / dating significant other show. I'm working on the title. It's still a working title.
We can see that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody actually a newlywed?
You know, I just wanted to encompass lots of things. And
Pope is technically the newliest wed.
I am the newliest of the weds.
That is true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So what I've done, unbeknownst to some of you, behind your backs, I have spoken to your significant others.
You ass.
Oh boy.
I have asked them questions about
That's what that look I got
About
was
me?
about.
I thought it was about them.
No, it is about,
their opinion of me.
It is about them. The questions are about them, but this is the competition. My goal was to put you squarely in the crosshairs of your significant other. The winner of this competition will get an opportunity on DCP's dime to go have a Valentine's Day dinner with your significant other. You will enjoy it. So here's the competition. Here's the competition. You can do whatever you want with it.
I can't order pizza.
I got a question, Pope.
I literally can't do anything.
Did Tomo get a chance to readjust his answers after Watt's delayed anthem?
We're going to get that trending on Twitter for sure. All right.
It's okay though, because no one even knows when Anthem comes out.
Yeah.
So
I don't. Here's
the rules of the game. You will, at different times in the podcast, be asked a question.
Different times. It's not going to be like one large.
We're going to be in the middle of a deep dive conversation.
It's going to be a hot topic, hot swap. You're going to have to answer.
You're peppering this throughout the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will be asked a question about how your spouse answered this particular thing. What they're, let's throw something like, do they like long walks on the beach, right? Or something like that. Nothing like that, but something like that.
Okay.
And if you get the answer right, you will get a point. You get it horribly wrong, you will show the internet how little you know of your significant other and be shamed forever.
I'm going to lose. It's fine.
So the winner of this, I've asked them 15 questions.
15?
And, 15.
Wow.
15 questions. The winner of this will get that free all expense paid trip to Dinnerland.
Hawaii.
What's the loser get?
The loser gets
there's snow in Hawaii.
There's a lot of losers in this game, so
there really are.
And
they get a talking to. That's what they get.
So
I'm lucky.
Anyway.
My wife doesn't watch the show, so I'm in the clear.
They get the couch.
I gotta say, I was really surprised when I reached out to your significant others how remarkably nice they were to me. Comparatively to you guys. Yeah, they were friendly and
So they don't know you that well.
Well, that's true. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Maybe next time they won't be so friendly. But it's a lot of fun. I got all the answers ready to go. They're not embarrassing questions. They're just some, how well do you know your spouse questions. So I didn't want to embarrass anybody too bad. All right. Okay. So we're gonna start off with the show. I'm not gonna.
We're not doing the first question now.
Let's do the first question.
Let's do a first question.
Jump in right.
All right.
I'm scared.
We are just gonna ask something really.
Wait, who's asking
basic.
Pope's questions?
I haven't looked at my wife's answers. You're gonna have to just trust that I'm being honest.
So it's rigged. I see.
It's not rigged. There's no other way to do
that
this.
free dinner, I think.
It's not
How to
rigged.
justify a free dinner on the expense account?
All right, so we're gonna start off with something really in the spirit of Valentine's Day. We want to know what your best friend or your significant other is most afraid of. What would they answer as something they would be the most afraid of?
Oh no.
We will start off with Briar since
Tomo doesn't even know the answer to this question.
There's
no way.
This is a lightning round. We're starting with Briar because he's such a dick to me sometimes. So we're just gonna go there. Briar, what is your answer? What is your wife's? What is she most afraid of?
Watts delaying Anthem.
That is incorrect. Your wife answered that she is most afraid of an unflushed toilet. If I lived with you, I'm afraid of an unflushed toilet as well.
How is that somebody's greatest fear?
It must be really bad at your house, man. That's
Brian,
the
you
thing.
make
Even
her
some
clean the
stinkers
toilet.
in there, man.
Some emotionally scarring toilet experiences. That's what that is.
Really? All right. The next question is from. The next answer comes from Andy. So, let's hear what you got.
That is my girlfriend. Yes. So, look, there's two answers she'll give. One she won't give with the expectation knowing it'll be public. The first one, I'm gonna say butterflies.
Interesting. That is not the correct answer. She said she's most afraid of looking back one day and feeling like I didn't go for opportunities because I was too doubtful or just never made the time to attempt it.
You have to get this word for word.
Wow. Very long answer.
She went for the one I didn't think.
The
she
real
was going
answer.
for. All right.
So maybe that will you'll base your answers further on. All right,
Yeah,
we're gonna
real.
She answered these really honestly.
That's some
God damn
Pepe
it.
hands in the
Yeah.
chat. There.
Travel Danielle.
Real.
Basically
Dado?
butterflies, though. Basically butterflies.
It has to be spiders. I think it's spiders.
That is correct. Dado is answering the correct answer. It is spiders.
By the way, they've been together for the least amount of time out of all the couples here. Just want you to know. Okay, great.
That means they still talk.
All right, Watts. What is your significant other most afraid of?
Apples.
Apples?
Really?
It's not right,
Apples,
is
huh?
it? That's not
Scary
right.
movies.
What?
I want to hear the story behind apples, though.
Scary movie. He
What
hates
happened?
the sound of people eating apples to the point where he leaves the room if someone's eating an apple.
But that's
This is good
hatred.
information.
That's not fear.
This is afraid of. Like, does he get petrified when he sees like a bowl of apples
he
in
goes
the
like
middle
this.
of the room?
Yeah, he says it's pretty
So
petrified.
it's like a cringe?
Tomorrow on Twitter, his whole feed is just going to be people
Apples,
going,
yeah.
crunch.
ASMR.
The sound,
Apples.
yeah, it's
Apples with
loud.
Tomo.
Please do that. Please
No.
tweet at T-Clubbing times 2.
All right.
Scary movies aren't
memes.
scary.
What is memes most
All
afraid
right.
of?
If it's gonna be like, oh my god, type of stuff, like I would say spiders or bugs for sure.
Is it spiders or is it bugs?
I think her most feared insect is a spider because I've never
is
seen her
correct.
kill a spider in my whole life. It's always been me.
She answered spiders.
Okay, I'm glad it's not the super deep existential inner. What kind of existence?
This is part of knowing your significant other and how they would answer. So I guess this one is my wife's. Oh no. All right, I'm not
AKA the
looking at
cheating.
it. What is she most afraid of? I believe it's our daughter getting hurt. Okay. Flying squirrels.
Okay, well, great.
That is terrifying.
I can't lie.
Well, there we go.
That is petrifying. I mean, why can a squirrel fly? I completely agree.
But they're cute.
All right, so that puts Dado and Tefty up. We can continue with the podcast.
All right.
Keeping track
All
here,
right.
by the way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
someone besides Pope.
Hefty.
Rat birds.
My biggest fear is 15 pounds of crawdads. Personally, yeah, terrifies me.
That's actually a good one. What are
Like
your
a
fears?
challenge?
I wouldn't know how to answer this question. I don't know. Someone murdering me? That's pretty scary. I don't know.
My biggest fear is clowns.
Man eating clowns? That's pretty scary.
Man,
Just
Resident Evil
you know,
lickers in
clowns.
real life?
Ooh.
No, like
That'd be
Stephen
fucking
King's
scary.
It clown, Pennywise.
Mr.
I
X
just
gonna give it to
Okay.
you?
X gonna give it to you. You know,
I can't stand clowns.
Good to
All
know.
right. All right. Anyway,
fears clown.
Anybody get to play Crimson Doubles this week?
Yes.
Yes.
What'd you guys think? Crimson Doubles been around for a few years now.
I would talk about Crimson Doubles, but my ability to speak has been suppressed by the suppressor grenades. I got to experience the entire time.
I see.
Yes.
So I'm sorry. No, a little ability heavy. I'm actually surprised I didn't run into a single team running double skips. It was mainly double suppressors that I ran into. But I liked when it wasn't a gimmick that I was playing against, and we were just playing against people trying to play the game. So yeah, certain things work better than others for sure, but it was pretty fun.
I thought that game mode was pretty fun. I liked how you could see your opponents like kind of icons, like in where they were on the map. Not on the map, like you couldn't see them on the map, but you could actually see them like kind of roaming around. And it seemed like a pretty fast paced, action packed playlist. I actually really enjoyed my time in it.
So I didn't get a chance to play it. Can you guys describe to me what's going on with Crimson Doubles? I remember in the past it used to give a buff when you were close to that player. Are some of those mechanics still in play?
It's basically that. So when you're next to your teammate, your ability energy is like through the roof. Like it's just nonstop energy. When you're separated, you both get icons over your head saying where you are. So the other team can, come attack you separately. And then whenever your teammate dies, you gain full health. And I think that's it.
So it gives you a chance to avenge.
You get a damage buff as well. You get a damage buff. Yeah.
Can you revive when your teammate?
No revives.
No.
It's not elimination. It's like it's showdown where basically each kill gets a point and you're trying to just get more kills basically.
Yeah. And I think around 2 minutes?
Yeah,
it's pretty quick.
Or first to 3 rather. If it's 2-2, it goes straight to sudden death. Just here's a flag, go get it. There's not like a 2-minute round and then it happens.
That was probably my biggest.
Here's a flag, go.
I would have rather seen it be like best of 3 as opposed to best of 4. It just felt like that one extra round at the end was just a little too long.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's best of 3 right now, which is good. Like games are at the most 10 minutes. So it's good. It's a good amount of time. 3-0 is like, 6-7 minutes. So
you're saying Titans double suppressors are kind of the bane of it. Seems like every time there's a playlist like this that pops up, there's that one.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of running Tether in Mayhem, right? Like nobody loves you and this and that, so you need to take out your frustration in Destiny. I get it, right? I respect it.
There would have been nobody to
also very annoying. So so that's what I ran into the most. Second most was probably double Night Stalkers, actually. A lot of Night Stalkers around throwing smokes constantly.
Turns out being able to see your like invis opponent or your opponent's invis and also wombo combos are really good too in there. I played some games with CC-Kun and the game like Dado said, the games where it was just like, yeah, we're 2 players going against 2 players. This is great. This is actually kind of fun. And then the games where you go against the suppressor titans were
the gimmicks.
The gimmicks were not that. Or the one-eyed mask Titan skating.
I'm offended that you refer to anything as a Titan gimmick.
So they're just a whole big fat gimmick.
No, anybody. I mean, Titans are
Pope's biggest fear.
It's my biggest. I changed my answer. My biggest fear is that Titans will be
considered gimmicks and clowns.
I still feel the strength of my flaming hammer being sucked away from me. It hurts me too much.
It pleases me so much.
You're
hurt, not the Titan.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I played the first half of my games with One-Eyed Mask on, and then I switched to Mask of the Quiet One after that because I was like, okay, we're already getting the health back whenever we die. Like, I was using like bows and stuff and chaperone and just different stuff. Tried to change things up a little bit instead of just go figure, not forgotten.
There you go.
Retold tale grenade
Oh,
launcher.
don't
I actually every single time I got grenade launcher ammo or heavy ammo, I threw it at a wall. Heavy ammo, I don't think should be in Crimson Doubles.
Yeah.
I played 4 games.
I think I played 24 games.
Wow.
Or enough to
4.
get the triumphs done.
Okay.
I played 4 and I was like, I'm
Yeah.
good. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah.
What was the experience,
I think,
Watts?
Not for you, Watts.
The whole sticking close together, number 1, I hate that.
Yep.
Hate everything about it. It's not how I like to play the game. And then you're just running into it has skill-based matchmaking in it. So if you're someone who plays quick play and you're like, I'm gonna hop in and I just like to use stupid stuff and see what happens and have some fun, you're not gonna experience that because you're just gonna be only going against Not Forgotten, Death Rock, and Warcliff Corals or Colonies. And it's not how I like to play Destiny. Destiny, I like to run around and flank and be fast, and having to stick next to someone the entire time and just follow them around is just and throw grenades is kind of the opposite of what I like to do.
I get that.
Yeah.
Because that's
I
how
play 4.
I tend to play too. I'm very based on spacing on the map and trying to fill spaces, and sticking with a blob all the time is not what I like to do. So
I just wanted the hoodie. So I got the bow. Gonna get the hoodie. Hoodie's pretty, so we're good.
Yeah, I just want to get all the triumphs.
To get the bow, or to get the hoodie.
To get
Just
the
have
hoodie,
to get
you
the bow.
need the bow, and
You just
to
gotta get the bow.
You need 100 hearts from. You need
Which-
100.
And
You
you can
get
get
75
from the Nightfall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to do it with one other person, the Nightfall. Otherwise, it doesn't count.
Oh no!
No.
Oh no!
No, just for clarity. And so if somebody
You
starts
have to
doing
do the
it,
Arc Singe heavyweight playlist with only one
if
person.
somebody solos it, it's not going to work, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So that stuff being tied to those hearts, I think, caused the problem that I saw in Crypto Doubles. Is 3 games in a row there was a bot in my team. There's the guy's name was I Am Bot, like literally that was his name. And then he spawned in, and one time, the first time he was on the enemy team, and then 2 games in a row he was on my team. And all his character did was just move about an inch every second or so. So he wouldn't get kicked for non-activity. He was just there collecting hearts because he would make it to the end of the match. You got 5 hearts for losing and 7 hearts for winning.
Yeah, there's no reason to play.
Wow, are you
That's what this guy
serious
thought,
right
clearly.
Hold on a second. Let me get my rubber bands out of under my desk here. Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't work. You have to. Okay.
It was incredibly frustrating to have him on my team because
Well, yeah.
if I wanted to go anywhere on the map, then I was instantly going to appear. Everybody could see exactly where I was, right? But because this guy was just staying in spawn. In the second game, I kind of learned to just kind of wait for them to kill him and then use him as bait and get kind of powered up.
Yeah.
But it was just I hate that shit, man.
I hate it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's lame.
Having
most you can do
rewards
is just
for
report it
participation like that, it's just.
Well,
Just means you don't have to
feel
play,
like-
right? Just
I
say
think they
AFK.
need to set certain thresholds, and I get this might sound unreasonable for what if they're just really bad? It's okay, but
How about
you have
move
to do
700 feet?
Yeah, you have to deal certain amount of damage, right? Or you have to move a certain distance before the game considers you eligible for.
I think damage is
rewards
the
or
one to
something
do
like
right
that.
there, because damage they can at least calculate that you're trying. You're actually shooting bullets.
Yeah.
Like if you end a match and you haven't shot any bullets and done any damage, you're clearly not playing the round.
Especially in that, right? Where you get your grenade up so often. You just throw a grenade and they should do just 1 damage.
I feel like they could have certain safety nets to check what the players are doing right there to try to prevent that, because that's really bad in Gambit too. Gambit, there's a whole bunch of things people
So many
could
AFK
track
people
to just kick people or not let it count for them, so they wouldn't AFK.
Yeah, it seems like the only thing they track right now is just AFK or not AFK, moving or not moving, and that's it. And if you're moving, okay.
You don't even have to move in the forge. You can just straight up be AFK and it won't kick you.
Yeah, it's lame.
Because you
and then they go into the next
enough.
match. So then it
for a
then it
social game,
resets
it's
the timer.
extremely antisocial that people are able to do that.
This is a problem that's basically on PC though, right? This isn't a console problem.
I experienced AFK people in the forge on console.
The AFK, but not like the macro AFKing that we experience on PC.
I would say it's a lot harder to do it on console, but it's not impossible.
It is possible, but not like as readily available as making a macro.
I didn't play any Crimson Doubles. When I saw that I can get the bow without doing any of the PvP part, and I was like, sweet, I'm not doing it.
Don't you want the chocolate? Don't you want the triumphs to fill in all the
chocolate ghost?
I am only clicking one triumph every Friday, and if I don't play Destiny on that Friday, oh well, I didn't make these rules. This is what it is. This is the book that I live by. So
I like getting all those meta achievements because WoW had a meta achievement for doing all of the holiday events and all the holiday achievements across every single holiday for the entire year. So I just want to be ready just in case Bungie's like, hey, if you've been participating, we got this thing for you. And I'll be like, yes. That's it. That's literally it. And it's also so that I don't have to do the triumphs next year because I like being completionist.
Okay. That's another thing too, that when I saw that, I mean, I basically had everything except for the bow and the chocolate heart. Or the chocolate.
There's not a whole
lot. There weren't a lot of rewards.
Yeah. No, Crimson Days to me is also known as already in your collection.
Yeah, Crimson Redo.
So
yeah,
it's the
there's a bow and the bow emote, right? It's the only new thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
and I guess the ghost.
The ghost shell for doing the triumphs, but you have to do all of the triumphs, I think, which is 22 Crimson Doubles games, and you have to get I think you have to get 11 wins.
11 wins, yep.
Yeah, so you do actually have to win.
Yep.
Which I think is fine. It's 50% win rate.
Yeah.
You do got to get a bunch of kills, but by the time you get all those kills, or by the time you finish all of your games, you will probably have all those kills already. So it's not too bad. I think I was able to get my 22 games with Danielle done in like 3 or 4 hours, something like that. No. So it wasn't too bad.
So I think the thing that I come up against with this stuff is the Dawning event was awesome. It was cool. It was good. We had an oven. We baked stuff. You got a lot of masterwork stuff. There was some quests. It wasn't like necessarily groundbreaking seasonal content, but in comparison to Crimson Days is like a hollow shell of what that seasonal content was. And I'm not necessarily expecting the Dawning every time now, but like that was the bar for me. Like they added a cool mechanic. They changed the world a little bit with like things dropping. I'm getting like taken butter and all that. Like that changes the overall experience for me when I'm playing.
The fortune of it,
yeah. And that's clearly not the case with Crimson Days.
So
I did like the new game mode though.
If you liked the part where you're getting the masterwork cores, you can do that again. In Crimson Days, you can turn the treats into shacks, and you get those basically the same thing as Dawning packages that you would get from vendors.
Nice.
So you can you'll get a bunch of blues and crap, but you will get masterwork cores as well.
That's good.
I also wasn't expecting Crimson Days to be on the level of the Dawning, because I feel like the Dawning is just a much bigger event, or designed to be a bigger event in general compared to Crimson Days.
It's the holiday season,
right?
And Valentine's Day, not Valentine's season.
That's kind of how I look at it.
So I get that,
sure,
but I'm also looking at it as this is content for the player base and how we're mowing through content. And like I get that like Valentine's Day is not as big, obviously nowhere near as big as a Christmas holiday,
right?
But it's the push of things to do for the player base that remains engaged. And I feel like a lot of people saw Crimson Days who are already really well vested and are kind of like, well, looks like I'm waiting for other games at the moment.
A new shader would have been nice.
Yeah,
I would have played for a new shader. It would have been cool.
I think something that they potentially could have done as well is have that 2-man strike playlist with the same kind of deal, like with the with the energy coming back if you stick together, and you can just like plow through strikes or whatever the hell.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, because not everyone's a PvP lord, right? Wants to go PvP, but if you have a strike playlist of a similar vein, then maybe you get the kind of couples playing together kind of gameplay experience that you want people to have without them having to go into PvP.
Yeah.
So the World of Warcraft comparison comes up often, and time for another one. Dado, and you can share this with me. Yeah. A lot of the events in World of Warcraft would basically be reruns of the previous year's event, like the Midsummer's Festival. It's the exact same thing every year. Christmas is the exact great feast, whatever, I can't remember. Is the same thing every year. The only thing that changes is the present that you get under the tree. So I don't know. To me, and a 1 week event like this in Destiny, I don't know. I didn't expect anything to be like completely new, but there's also like those 1 or 2 things that you can get that are new. The triumph system is there this time. It's not the greatest event, but hey, I still enjoy it.
Yeah, I thought it was as a whole appropriately sized because it only runs what 1 week.
1 week.
1 week. Yep.
Yeah. So I think beyond like adding the strike playlist, I don't think they're gonna be able to innovate on these holiday events every single year, right?
No.
That's asking a lot of dev time to keep doing that.
I gotta say too, I did have legitimate amount of fun playing the doubles. Like I did like the game mode. It was fun.
Oh yeah.
Since it only comes around this once a year, so
yeah.
I guess it is also interesting.
Is there that one thing that everybody is going for? That one gun? Is there any guns that are?
What do you guys think of the bow?
There's the bow
coming out.
There's the bow.
Well, I mean,
try the bow.
So
Got
it. I use the bow. It's fast. Fast bow.
Seems fun.
Pretty fast bow.
I feel like the bow is a very fast rate of fire bow that gets even faster because of all the perks that are on it. I feel like it would have been a little more interesting to go with a really slow bow that gets to be faster.
It's elemental, right?
Yes.
It's a solar bow.
It's a solar bow.
So that's a plus, right?
So now you can get a solar bow without doing Last Wish raid, and also you don't have to own Forsaken to get this, right?
Correct. This was the first bow available to everybody outside of Forsaken.
Okay,
that's awesome.
Yep.
That's cool.
Which is
plus it's $650 if you have Forsaken. So if you're struggling a little bit, you can go and get the bow.
Also the lore on the bow allows you to marry Shax.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Pretty cool.
Ah. Speaking of
hold up, Pope.
Speaking of
before moving on, like I think that underlines how I feel about the event is that it's more towards people who didn't play the first year and are also still catching up. So you get like that 650 bow, and it just seems more catered towards that direction, which isn't a problem. I'm not saying that's an issue, but I feel like if this is the content that we're getting throughout the year to pace ourselves as the annual pass unfolds, I don't think that's particularly interesting. Like there's nothing else technically to look forward to until Joker's Wild. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I share your I don't know if you're expressing disappointment with the season pass. I am definitely disappointed with the season pass model. Like it has not been satisfying in any way to me, but this isn't really part of that, right? Like the Crimson Doubles is more like that seasonal stuff that we've seen for the last few years.
And keep in mind, they do need to keep it accessible to everyone, not just Forsaken people. That's a big limiter, I imagine.
Right. I hear you guys on that. I'm just looking at it in terms of a roadmap of if I own the season pass or the annual pass, and I'm thinking of it as content that's coming down the road. In my mind, as somebody who's played a lot, it's looking more and more like jumping in every other week or once every 3 weeks or something like that to see what's new. And it's not really much new at the moment. Like that's how it's looking like until maybe Joker's Wild, which might add a little bit, but next holiday type of thing, I'm not really going to be. I don't know. I'm just.
That's the price you pay. We're all at the top end, right? Like we're all able to devour that stuff so quickly. So like I just put out a video talking about some stuff like this. The plight of people at 650 looking for stuff to do other than triumph grinding. So like I get it, but I also get their side as well of like. Only so much we can reasonably do. So
sure,
It seems like the perfect time for Anthem to come out. Unfortunately, Watts delayed it by a day, but other than that, it feels like the perfect time for it to come out.
Well, fortunately, Apex Legends is here, so we don't really need.
Isn't it great?
It's so good.
Before we get into Apex Legends, wait.
One second. I want to tell Briar and everyone this information. Just about Patrick, real quick. Okay. Patrick's been in our group chat asking multiple times a day if people want to play Apex.
Yes, it's a fun game. I'm not surprised.
That's how you know.
I guess I'm a little surprised because you didn't seem to.
We'll talk about that.
It didn't seem to stick too well to you last week when we talked about it.
I'm still.
You never liked BR games.
It is still a BR game to me, and I don't like that aspect of it. It gets frustrating to me. Like it does get frustrating and stale to have to like drop somewhere, loot up. Are we going to drop somewhere that's going to be hot and have a lot of engagements, or are we going to drop somewhere kind of chill and then wait to see what happens? And like it gets frustrating for me to drop in somewhere and die over and over and keep doing that.
But it's sticking. It's sticking for some reason. Why is it sticking?
Like I said last week, it's like the movement, the classes, like the other sandbox aspects aside from the greater like gameplay genre that it's in is what keeps me there. I am excited to hit some really sweet slides and go really fast and jump. And then the gunplay feels awesome on mouse and keyboard. The abilities are all really satisfying, like choosing when and where to use your ults, all that stuff is really cool in the game. So yeah.
Pope, you've been playing a lot too lately, right?
I mean, a lot, right? So I've gotten probably about 12 games in. That's a lot for me. So I'm pretty. Yeah. So
you even won one too.
I've won 4 of those 12.
Nice.
So
wow.
And here's the best part about this. I freaking love this game. I get to play as a healer. I love playing the healer. Yeah. If played, I think they're all could be a little bit stronger. But nonetheless, it's very helpful to be able to support your teammates and be there for them. I gotta say that one of the biggest things for me as a controller player on console, the UI interface for looting is so native. It is so awesome. It is so like easy to use. Then the call out system, I've won every one of those games playing with randoms.
The ping system is going to be in every BR game.
It is
really good.
Maybe just in every
so good.
Game.
Right?
I was thinking immediately how good it would be in Destiny. I mean,
Yep.
The just being able to how effortlessly you can point out where to go, what's going on, give your teammates heads up, ask for something from them. These are people that don't necessarily have mics, right?
Yep.
And often don't. And so, you could ask for something, you can give them something. It's just this communication that is supported by it that really makes me think that they put time into thinking about individual solo player that match makes into a BR game on console, which is like, why would you think of the redheaded stepchild, right? But they did. They actually thought of me, and that's really special.
They have a lot
because there's a lot of you, believe it or not. Yeah. A lot of people just don't want to talk with other people.
I don't want to talk. Sometimes I just want to like chill out and like not have to talk to people. And like being able to use that ping system effectively, literally being able to point to your inventory and ping like I need armor, or point at armor because I've already got it and say, if you need armor, there's a blue helmet here, or there's a wingman here. It's so convenient.
Hold up, you can go into your inventory and then ping the armor.
Ask for stuff. Yes,
ping your armor, and
you just
I didn't know that.
You'll tell your teammates. You'll say, hey, I'm looking for some, this. Not even just an armor, an item piece. Like if you're looking for a scope for your heavy machine gun, you put over it and you hit your button and it tells your teammates, hey, I'm looking for optic for a heavy machine gun.
That's really cool. I didn't realize you could do that with the ping system.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's so good.
It's even useful if you're playing with people you're communicating with. It's like this extra level of communication, right? Like, hey, there's a guy over there, ping. And like now everybody in your team knows exactly where you're saying over there is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never have to be like south 259.25. I just ping.
Yeah. Ping,
like,
yeah.
There's a guy over there.
And it seems like it's automated too. I find myself, I was playing with a couple clanmates on a couple games, and I found myself making the same call out that my character was making at the same time. Like you see people at a in a certain area, and then they say you're about to ping them, and it goes, I see enemies in the distance. And you're like, yes, you do. So do I. And it's great. I
talked about the loot system too, Pope. It's so fluid. It's like when you pick something up and it applies to your weapon, it just applies to your weapon. Like you don't have to go into your inventory and move it on.
It applies intelligently.
Yeah.
So say for example, you have a carbine and a scout rifle, right? And you pick up two optics, two ACOG and a
hollow sight.
It's gonna put the ACOG on the longer distance scout. It's gonna put the hollow sight on the carbine automatically.
Yeah, automatically.
Assume that you want to do that, and then if you
pick up a blue one, it automatically replaces it. And then if you try and pick up another white one, which is lower power, it says, no, you already have a better one.
You've already got one that's too
smart
good for
loot system.
And it's
super smart.
And you go into your inventory and you're the things that you don't need are marked with a big ass X through them.
Get rid of it.
You're like, you don't need this. Ask your teammates if they need it. And then you just drop it. And I just feel like the loot system, there's a lot of games, not even just BRs. I think there's a lot of PvP games out there that are going to learn a lot from the time that Respawn put in to that call out system. It is, to the casual player, it is refreshing and makes me want to come back and play, and it makes me feel like I'm smarter at the game, and it teaches me as I'm playing. It's great.
It feels great with a keyboard and mouse. It feels great with a controller. A lot of people prefer the PlayStation version to the PC version. It really I heard a really cool conspiracy theory where this game like dropped out of nowhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the conspiracy theories I heard was they didn't advertise it because they didn't want Fortnite stealing all their good ideas, like the ping system, like the loot drop system. Like, I was like, I don't know if that's true, but that's pretty good.
I 100% see like Fortnite taking the respawn system first, and then absolutely taking the ping system because it's just smart. Like, why wouldn't they?
The ping system, I feel like should be in every game.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I really appreciate that it. They're doing things like for random players, for match-made players, like Dado was saying, there's probably a lot more of us than we think, but that are just playing matchmaking solo queuing. They saw a problem where individual players were not necessarily grabbing the tags of their down teammates to respawn them. So they incentivized it. You get a is it a skin or some sort of a reward for it in game if you are a solo player and you go and you grab your random teammates tags and revive them. It's a either triumph or challenge or something. It's something in game that they've created for you. I'm not sure how many you have to do. I just read about it and I was going to try it out later this week.
Was that with the Valentine's update, or was that a badge that was already in game?
No, it's something new.
Yeah, so they added some stuff for
to
Valentine's.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Not a ton of stuff, but they just added some stuff. Most of their big stuff's coming in March.
Well, I like the way that the game is extremely fun. Let's talk about how much fun it is to watch.
To watch.
Did you watch the tournament yesterday?
That tournament. Twitch Rivals.
So they did a Twitch tournament. Twitch Rivals, yeah. It was fun. I think everybody who watched that came out and said, this dude Dizzy, holy smokes.
Holy shit, yeah.
No, I was watching Crafty and going like, holy shit, Crafty's going to win this. And then
he got fourth. He actually ended up getting fifth.
Oh, fifth. Like, he got fifth. I'm like, well, who the fuck was doing better? This was like insane gameplay. All right.
I didn't get to watch any of it.
Dizzy is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
There's this kid that from Energy named Dizzy, and he was teamed up with Ninja and King Richard. And I'm telling you, the kid is he's 18, so I'm calling him a kid. I guess I'm 40, so I can still call him a kid. Is a natural at it. And he's like what I like about it is when I was listening to him, he's just like a legit good teammate. You know, he's that positive attitude. He's like, hey, that was a really good revive, you know, and just
that's cool.
You know, not the dickhead stuff that you hear from esports players.
The strategy was just their team strategy was based around this guy being better than everybody else. Right? I mean, they had the two guys, King Richard and Ninja, as a team working together, and then Dizzy fucking off and just going out and searching for people to kill. And he would run across a team of 3, murder them, and look for the next team of 3.
That's right.
Like it was dead reliable. Like he was killing them so fast that the team that he found did not have a chance to react or to even figure out that this is only one guy that we have to fight because they were already dead.
And then he's already run to the next thing.
And Ninja were like as a team working together, but like the Rivals tournament was set up so that everybody was streaming on their own channels, but then the Rivals was kind of switching between different channels. They couldn't get off Dizzy. Like they just couldn't get off him because he was just
so fun to watch.
Murdering, and he was doing it solo while his team was like working objectives and like doing the things they needed to do. It was
well, I think there's going to be
impressive.
I like that this game has a great skill gap. I mean, there's a lot of people playing right now. I don't know if there's matchmaking involved or not, but I was actually pictured as a banner in one of the games. I thought that was a really cool element, and I took a screenshot of it really quick because it's never going to happen again.
It's like when I talked to you guys about Guild Wars 1, how when you go to Hall of Heroes and when you win, it announces it to the whole server. This is a very similar kind of thing that it's not a huge deal, but it just feels nice where it's like your kill leader, you're everywhere on the map. You're the champion, you're on the map. You can see your picture, you can see your banner that you set up. It's just a really cool thing that they added. It makes you feel good.
Yeah, it goes with like the whole experience of the game. Like it's kind of it's got this like Hunger Games type of thing feel where like the voice announcement and all that. It's like harkens back to Unreal Tournament meets that futuristic battle royale type of thing, and having all those elements set up and all the characters, they all have like these personalities with it that are just like I said, being able to show the pictures of them on the board and all that. I think it's really well done, like both from the mechanic point of view, but also art style and like the way that the environment feels on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Respawn killed it.
Well, I think they killed it with each one of their characters' individual abilities and talents. And speaking of talents,
oh no,
I need to know what you think your significant other's hidden talent is. Each one of them told me what they think.
Talent? It's hidden. Why would we know?
Their talent is. No, and so
what's the exact question that you asked them? Because I don't want.
Yeah, it's probably what is your hidden talent?
What talent or ability does your significant other have?
Oh,
so basically, they're asking what their, that's the question.
What theirs is, not ours.
Yours.
Oh,
God! So you give me the exact question you asked them.
Okay, so you asked them what our hidden talent.
I don't respond to people yelling at me. Okay, Pope, so just slow down.
God damn it, Pope!
Pope, this is so convoluted, man.
It's not.
Yes, it
is. I'm asking you about your significant other. Don't think about them. What would they say their talent is?
Okay, so it's their talent.
Like twice now, 3 times.
No, I haven't. Patrick.
Yes, you have. First time, I was going to be answering what is my significant other's talent. Second time, I'm answering what my significant other thinks my talent is. Now we're going back to the significant other. What is it?
The fact that you're frustrated right now and
just reading the exact question
and are exuding so much emotion is making me entirely happy. I mean, I love this. This is serving its purpose without even serving
the exact question, Pope. Just
I would like to know what your significant other's ability or talent is.
Okay.
That still doesn't make sense.
Since this question is being asked,
their talent.
What would they say
is their talent?
Their talent is, yes. Or
okay.
Is the word secret in the question?
Yeah, why'd you say secret, man? Secret that dude is completely throwing us off.
I was trying to make it interesting. All right, it's not a red herring.
Their talent is?
Just answer the freaking question.
What their talent is.
Who's going first?
What do you think
is their talent?
Who's going first?
Okay.
Oh my God. Memes.
Like besides fucking
memes is super easy.
Can you give the question in the form of another question?
Tefty.
All right.
What is Meme's talent or special ability?
She is a singer-songwriter.
Okay, that is incorrect. That is true. But she said,
are you saying, Pope, that she's not a talented singer?
No, that's not what I said. That's just not the answer she gave. She said being anywhere on time.
Oh, that's the opposite of mine. Wait, is mine that I'm late? Oh, no,
that's a quality. That's not a talent.
Okay, you can take that up with your.
You can talk to her about that.
Yeah,
you can talk to her.
I'm gonna agree. Yeah, that is a talent. That is a talent.
All right.
Nah, that's a trait. That's a trait.
No, it's talent.
It is not a trait.
Yes, it is.
I've met enough people to determine that some people are.
Did you use the word hidden when you asked them this question, or just?
No, I am reading it verbatim. All right, Watts. What is Tomo's
talent
or ability? Yes. What would he say as a talent or ability he has?
It's collecting shoes.
That's special.
It's collecting shoes.
That's hidden.
Avoiding.
So
is
it is
he good at avoiding people eating apples?
It's not hidden.
It isn't. It may be. Who knows? Just answer the question.
Yeah, we're gonna say collecting shoes.
His talent is problem solving.
It's what?
Problem solving.
Problem solving.
Thank you. Lots big goose egg there. All right. Travel Danielle. What is Travel Danielle's?
What is going on?
Talent. It's either dancing or being organized.
Lifestyles can get mixed into this too.
Answer the question.
Dancing.
She states that her talent is I can kick really high.
Kick really high. That's what you went with.
She says, or my E40 impression.
Wow.
Okay.
So
okay.
All right.
She went specific on it. She went really specific on it. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Right.
I wasn't
We're
sure.
Not winning this. Tomo's answering all these questions wrong.
Memes thinks being on time is a talent. Come on.
All right, Patrick, you're up.
I'm just gonna go with the really obvious one and say, like, she is an artist and she is very talented at, drawing
things.
Yes.
Okay, that is almost verbatim what she wrote. Aside from, she says, so actually your answer is incorrect because she says, aside from art stuff, which seems obvious, so she's not going to state that. I really love planning and organizing things. I'm good at coming up with ideas for things and coming up with a way to execute them. So no, sir, you did not get the answer. It was too obvious.
You just fucking bamboozle me?
Yeah,
bamboozled.
He's playing Mirage.
Oh dear. You got
bamboozled.
You just got them. You was really close though. You almost got that one. All right. Let's see who we got. Briar. What is your wife's talent?
I think you started and no.
Come on, Briar. This is the first thing that comes to mind, man. What do you got?
She can move her boobs independently, like The Rock. And, like, she can make them dance.
No shit, really?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That is good.
That is really good. And unfortunately,
I don't know if she would have told everyone that, Briar, but
fortunately, you're absolutely right. She's absolutely right. That is exactly what she wrote. I can make my boobs dance like how The Rock moves his pectoral muscles, move them up and down each separately.
Wow. Really? Better be a bamboozle from Pope again.
Really?
Yep. She is proud of her ability to.
I feel like Briar
as one should be
points for that one. But
I mean,
that's amazing.
I was gonna go with horse training. I was on the fence about that one.
All right. Well, okay. So now this one comes to me. What is my wife's talent? Putting up with me.
It takes a talent for sure.
That is a talent. Now, just gotta find it. Where is it? Talent. Come on. Super.
Oh no.
Oh, talent. Super monkey strength. Oh, she's got super monkey strength. She's tiny, but carries the weight of 12 men. She's strength of 12 men. She's an
inhuman.
She can freakishly, like, she's tiny, like a twig, and can lift small vehicles with just one finger.
That's a superpower.
It's not a talent. Yeah, that's
her talent.
Yeah, that's a superpower. It's not a talent.
Look,
is it a superpower? A talent?
No. Her talent or ability is her super monkey strength. I got that one wrong. Who got it right? Did anybody get it right?
Briar.
Briar
got it right.
Briar. Good job, Briar.
I still think you bamboozled.
Well,
it's part of the show, man.
Maybe you need
part of the show, getting bamboozled.
That's just how it goes. All right. What's the next topic of conversation?
The third question, because we apparently have 15 of these fucking things to get
we
through.
got 15 of these?
How are we going to get through 15 questions, man?
We're just going to get through as many as we get through.
No, we're going to do 15. No. I need all the points I can possibly get.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I'm 0 for 2.
We'll go a little rapid fire.
Competitive. All right, so memes. Memes, what superpower would memes want to have? What does she want to have?
Oh, this is a tough one. Because I don't think we've actually had a conversation of what superpower we would acquire.
You know what's worse? I think we've had this exact conversation. I don't remember.
Okay, it's gonna be. If it was off the cuff, I think she would have something to do with her voice, like some sort of crazy sonic vocal penetration thing, like sing.
That is incorrect.
Okay, all right. See,
yeah, we're doing speed round, right?
Yeah.
She wants to be super speedy, kind of like the Flash.
She wants to be Yo-Yo on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
That's right. You should have picked Yo-Yo.
I'm calling her.
Okay,
out
Watts. What would Tomo want?
Flying.
Teleportation.
That's like the same thing.
So close. Yeah, it's so close.
I was going to answer not.
I will also say flying for Danielle. Her name's Travel Danielle. She likes to fly.
All right. Well, her travel. The other aspect of that is she would like to speak every language.
Oh,
that's a
got
good
the curveball there.
Yeah,
but see, that's actually achievable, right? I'm going for something.
I don't know if that's
Danielle.
Every language.
Okay, what's more?
Is that a superpower, or is that just being really smart?
What's more possible, being able to speak every language or being able to fly?
Well, I can get a pilot's license and fly, and that would take less time.
Guys, no. This is a superpower doesn't require a degree or training. You're born with it. All right, so she could walk up. She could walk up to a remote tribe in the Amazon and be like, "I got your. I know what we're saying."
Iron Man wants to have lunch with you, Tefty.
He's also fictional.
Okay, that's true. All right,
billionaire.
Talk about Robert Downey Jr.
And a billionaire.
Patrick.
Teleportation.
If magic powers count, I want electric or fire or magic.
Fuck you, Andy. We had this exact conversation while we were walking.
Oh my God.
I fucking remember this. You said teleportation.
Holtzman, slow down. You're about to get yourself in trouble because, if this is just a typical superhero stuff, teleportation's my answer.
Okay.
You dickhead.
Reverse debate.
I just debated it again.
I think that counts as like a half point for me because I also said "fuck you, Andy."
Yeah,
pretty harsh. Yeah.
Turn off the camera.
All right, Briar, you're up.
It's definitely invisibility.
You're definitely correct.
Yes, we've had this conversation.
Fuck, Briar's in the lead.
And my wife's would be I want to say hers would probably be to fly. Let's see. The ability to configure molecules into new things. Oh, that's
well, do manifest matter out of thin air?
Reconfigure molecules into new things. So shape-shifting things.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I didn't think of that.
Interesting.
All right. So another one, or are we just going?
Yeah, give it one more.
All right. So I'm going to softball you guys one. I'm going to give you a softball one. What is your significant other's favorite dessert? And I'm going to start off. We're going to go again. Tefty, memes.
Mint chocolate chip ice cream.
That is absolutely correct. All right. And we're going to Tomo. What is Tomo's dessert?
You're muted.
Oh, you're muted, Watts.
We good? Okay.
Yes.
The chocolate cake from the place that he used to work. Macaroni Grill.
That is absolutely crazy and accurate. Chocolate cake from Mac Grill.
Yay!
Wow, that is like
I know Danielle has told me.
All right, we're going down the list. You know who's next?
Seems like this is good information.
I feel like we talked about cheesecake one time. I remember
this one time.
I'm going to give you a hint, Dado.
Okay.
I've never heard of this before.
It's bullshit. He gets hints.
Wow.
If you've never heard of it, there's not a chance in it.
This could mean it's on the Taco Bell menu.
Cinnamon twist from Taco Bell.
Choco Taco.
God. It's gotta be
lightning round. Lightning round.
Lightning round.
Yeah.
What's your answer?
I don't know. There's some from the Greek restaurant that we went to.
Baklava.
Okay, that is not the answer. The answer she gave is Tim Tam Slams.
Tim Tam Slam? That's oh my god.
I have no idea what that is.
All right.
I know what that is. Yeah, I know what that is.
All right. And Andy. What is Andy's favorite dessert?
I'm gonna say cinnamon rolls, even though it's a breakfast thing.
Yeah,
it is a breakfast thing,
but it's sweet, so it's a dessert. Also,
but it's sweet.
I love how your girlfriend's answers are just so complex. So her answer is, I'm not really huge on sweets, so all my favorite snacks are salty things like cheese fries. Patrick introduced me to the joy of cheese fries at Mox, and I'm hooked on those ones specifically right now. If your best friend, so she didn't answer.
So cheese fries?
She gave a non-answer. Her answer is cheese fries. So that is incorrect. That is not a dessert, Patrick. You did not get the answer right. Your girlfriend
that's like meme saying her talent is being on time. You know, it's like it's so obvious.
It's some bullshit.
It's like
some bullshit. All right. So Briar.
Yes. Hershey chocolate bars.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to give this one up to you guys because her answer is anything chocolate.
Hershey chocolate bar is anything chocolate.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, that's good enough.
I would have told her to give a more specific answer to your question.
All right, so for me, I want to say
that's
chocolate
fair.
as well. My wife loves chocolate. So, oh no! Oh,
candy corn,
Pope,
ice cream. Her family
currently
ice cream restaurants.
I feel bad that I've only gotten one correct, but at least
like
I'm
not
as
as
bad
known
as
that.
Pope, who's gotten 0.
I am having a big goose egg. All right.
Are we all at 1 except for Pope?
No, I got
he's
2
got,
or 3, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
so,
Brian has 2. That's right.
So we are going to do one last
Briar's
one.
currently at 3. Okay.
Going.
The 3.
What famous person would your significant other most like to meet? And I'm going to give Tefty just a second. Actually, I'm going to go back way so Tefty isn't on the spot again. Yeah. So for me, famous person that my wife would like to meet, I would like to say she would say Barack Obama. Pope Air is famous enough for me.
We'll get baited.
Oh, that's sweet.
Baited.
All right. So, Briar, you're up.
I can picture the dude. Every time she
draw a
sees him, she
picture.
says, "Ooh, I like that guy."
Name a
I
movie.
can't think of his name.
David Beckham.
He's in. He played like the Strider in the Lord of the Rings movies.
No one help him.
Well, chat is not helping him right now.
Oh, they will. They can't help themselves.
Lightning round. 5.
What was that
4,
Russian movie?
3,
Oh, man.
2, 1. Give me an answer.
The guy who played Strider in the Lord of the Rings movies.
Is that Viggo Mortensen?
Viggo Mortensen.
The fuck? You can't vaguely answer and have someone confirm on vagueness.
I'm talking about the same dude.
Hang on, let me see.
It is Viggo Mortensen, by the way.
It is, but all right. So Patrick.
Yes.
I love your.
Wait, was that right?
By the way, you don't get the point for that. You have to have the name.
No point.
I was talking about the same dude.
Right, but I mean,
give the name.
Chat said it counts. Chat said it counts.
Chat says it counts.
I would at least give a half.
I'm not going to start introducing decimal points into this.
Splitting points.
No, so
whole values.
It counts.
I would give it.
Okay.
Give it to Brian. Give it to Brian.
All right. Okay.
Fine.
So
we can just stop the game.
More points.
You're up, Patrick.
Alive or dead?
I don't know.
What's their clarification?
He did not specify.
Not specify. Because for her, if it's dead, it's Tolkien. Because she fucking loves the Lord of the Rings. If it's like alive, probably go with like Edgar Wright, the director, because she's really liked every single one of his movies, and she really.
What did you direct?
Huh? Scott Pilgrim, fucking Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Baby Driver.
This is creepy. So I asked her what famous movie, person would she most like to meet, and her answer to me is a question: dead or alive? The question that Patrick posed. It's like these people are meant for each other.
Wow.
And then she said, dead, I would pick Tolkien. Alive, I'm not sure. Maybe Edgar Wright, just to pick his brain about how he visualizes.
Wow.
Just how he stays so creative. I'm sure I'll think of something else in a week from now.
Sounds a little fishy.
That's kind of incredible, right there.
Do I get more points for that? Because
you get a crazy like.
That's either a holy crap or a something's going on here.
Or it's rigged.
All right. Dado, you're up.
Danielle literally just messaged me. It says, there's no way you're going to get this. So I guilt-free answer. She really likes Egypt stuff, and she likes Cleopatra. So I'm going to say Cleopatra.
Ooh. She really wants to meet J.K. Rowling.
Okay, definitely.
She likes Harry Potter.
I get it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, right. I get it.
All right, you are up. Watts.
Ken Griffey Jr.
That is correct.
Yay!
Nice.
I was scared because we sort of met him, but not like properly. We weren't able to. Anyway, yes.
All right, cool. And Tefty?
Weren't able to what?
Last. Yeah.
We're able to what?
You weren't able to what?
Say hey?
I don't know.
Just say hi to him?
We saw him walk in a hallway and shook his hand, but that's not like talking to him. You can't grope. True. You know what I'm saying? So
no
didn't
grope.
get it.
Yeah.
So
it's mad at you because you canceled
it. Needs to grope.
Meeting a famous person would require groping in your. Okay.
No, not at all.
One grope.
No groping.
Never
groping. Okay. Tefty, you're up.
Man, this is a tough one also because there's a lot of variables, a lot of options. I think it's music related, possibly a producer or a score, a film score. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to go, there's a lot of them, but I'm going to say John Williams.
That is correct, sir.
Oh, nice.
James said John Williams or Alicia Keys.
Ooh.
Can we get a score? What's the score right now?
Okay.
Yes.
Current breakdown of the score.
Okay.
Tefty has 3 points.
Ooh.
Pope has 0.
Wow. Big listener, that Pope Bear.
Breyer has 4.
Woo. God damn.
He would have
the
3.
One, man.
He would have 3. He would have 3 if we didn't count the Viggo Mortensen bullshit.
That doesn't count. It's already been counted.
I'm still specifying that.
Okay.
Holtz is affirming his distaste about how this is being handled right now.
Got it.
Watts currently with 2 points. Dado with 1 point.
Yeah.
And Pat with 2 points.
Okay.
All right. It's a close game, guys.
It's pretty close. Pretty close.
All right.
If you're anyone but Pope Bear, yes.
I'm gonna pull up from behind. This is
why we need all 15 questions.
All right. This next one is gonna be easy.
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
Yeah,
that makes it feel worse when you get it wrong.
If they could be an animal, what would your significant other be?
That's not easy.
Yeah,
that's really easy.
It's not easy at all.
That's really easy. That's gonna feel even worse when I get it wrong.
All right. We are gonna be switching this up a little bit here. I'm gonna change the order just a little bit, and I am going to start off with Dado. You're up first.
I've literally in the history of our conversations, I don't think we've ever talked about this.
Really?
We've talked about what mythical creature you want to keep as a pet.
Mm-hmm. What would that be?
I think she said griffin. No, I think I said griffin. She said unicorn. So either way, it's irrelevant.
Not helping.
What would she want to be? A
5,
tiger,
4. That is incorrect.
Tiger. Ooh.
The answer is dragon.
I didn't know if it was real or not.
I knew.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So let's see. The next person is Andy. So that's their Patrick up there.
A cat.
She answers dragon.
Whoa.
2 dragons.
That's 2 dragons.
Wow. Maybe we should all just say dragon at this point.
I know my answer.
Really bad
All right. So I'm up next, and my wife would want to be a dragon.
Uh-huh. And the answer is?
If oh god, this is some circular like crazy matrix shit. If she could be an animal, she would want to be a flying squirrel. She wants to be the animal she is most
She wants to be what she fears.
She wants to become the fear.
She wants to be the fear creator.
That's how you get rid of the fear.
That is so healthy. Okay. Let's see. Tefty, you're up.
I don't know. I'm
honestly
scared.
don't think we've had this conversation before. What animal we'd be? So I think I think she's gonna choose a cat, or it might be a tiger.
Okay, go with your instincts.
I'm gonna say a cat.
Okay, what kind of cat?
Okay. Oh
wait,
tiger, house cat. I'm gonna go with tiger. I'm going tiger.
Ooh, close. Cheetah.
Oh, I knew it.
Come on.
Think about she wanted super speed.
Oh, it all makes sense.
She wanted super speed.
No, that's because we've been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., man.
I mean, all right. Okay.
I feel like cat covers
cheetah. Yeah, come on. If Briar can get Vigo with like not knowing the name.
A cat could be a house cat, Briar.
It could be a tiger. It could be a lion. It could be a cheetah. It could be a panther.
Right. It could be, a tabby
cat.
Yeah, chat. Can we get chat to weigh in on this?
I say no.
I say no. Put down on
we said no for
Briar. It wasn't specific enough.
It's like Briar answering.
You described what a cheetah looked like.
That guy with the hair for wants to be, and then we would count
I think Watts is right. If Tefty had described
sorry, Tefty, cat is not your
if Tefty said a cat, specifically the fastest cat on the planet.
I said a cat, which is a feline, and it falls into that.
Right.
It falls into that category.
No. It's too broad.
I literally said cat first.
You did not get the point, Tefty. You're done.
Whew. Chat has spoken.
This is good.
I just want to point out that Memes and I were on the same thought process, at least. I knew that she wanted to be cat-like.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. What does Tomo want to be?
Well, Tomo said in chat that he has no idea. So, could go one of two ways. We could go.
Tomo's a cat?
Yeah. So was Memes. They're both mad. I'm gonna go with. Oh no. A dinosaur?
Your husband would like to be a lazy cat.
Man.
Maybe because you spend so much attention on those cats of yours, you know. Maybe
you
this
like
is a cry for help. Yeah,
good point.
Cry for help. All right.
Cats and dragons, very popular here.
Cats and dragons.
Well, apparently it was a cheetah. Okay.
Someone just wants to be lazy.
All right, Brian.
Very different. All right. Very, very different.
I know it's not an animal that's worked out so far, but if my wife's favorite animal is cat, and she really likes cats. Like,
it's a tough one,
and she kind of acts like a cat sometimes.
But she also keeps horses.
She does have horses, but
does she like dragons?
Anybody would really want to be a horse. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go cat. I'm going cat.
Your wife's answers are beautiful, by the way. I love them.
Okay.
If she could be an animal, she says, I am an animal.
Get baited, Brian.
Props to my wife.
That's not an answer.
I love you, honey.
Well, that's the theme of the night, Dado. My girlfriend's favorite dessert is cheese fries.
That's more.
All right. We're gonna go right into the next one. Keeping with this trend, Briar, you are up first.
Up first. All right.
Your wife answered this question, so I want to know, what is your wife's favorite form of physical activity?
She likes to go to the barn. And
is that qualify as a physical?
Going to the
barn. Like, that's her favorite thing to do. She goes at least once a week. She likes to go to the barn. She mucks the stalls. So
I'm gonna need Chat's answer on this. I'm gonna need Chat's. Chat is gonna need to pick this one because I don't know how to answer. Her answer is, and I quote, "Besides fucking?" Question mark.
Yeah.
Working outside with the horses, riding and mucking stalls. So,
if I was Chad, I would give it.
Yeah, I would too.
Why are we giving the guy the lead with more points?
That's a clear win.
Yeah, that's a point.
This is the fucking.
All right.
I wish I had said besides fuck it though.
Yeah, I would have almost petitioned you to get a second point. All right. All right. So let's see. It's who's up next. It's Watts. You're up next.
We don't do physical activity. He doesn't do anything. He wants to be a lazy cat. He wants to be a lazy cat, and he wants to teleport everywhere, so he doesn't have to move.
So, what is the most lethargic physical activity you can possibly have?
Just baseball.
The answer is baseball.
Hey,
nice.
Nice.
What's your
hardly a physical sport? Hardly.
It's barely a physical
Mostly
sport.
It's sitting in the dugout eating shit.
Usually, so they have softball, and at softball they just drink a lot. So
yeah, that's
all right,
mostly sitting in the dugout.
You're scoring this, right? Patrick,
yes, I'm scoring this.
Okay. Memes. Or so, Tefty, you're up next.
How did you phrase the question also when you've asked them?
What is your favorite form of physical activity?
Okay. I think Memes would have taken it as working out, so I think I'm going to go with jump rope.
She likes to hiking and going on walks.
Man, I was going to say that too, but I thought she was going to say like workouts. Oh well.
All right, so mine's up next. I'm going to say yoga. All right, and I got to find it. Where is it? Sorry. It's hard not to look and then her favorite form of physical activity is breathing. She just that's it.
all right.
So that's a good one. That's a good one.
Simple.
Yeah.
All right,
I guess
it's important.
Yeah.
Definitely want to make that one a daily activity.
Holtzman, you're up. I always look forward to your girlfriend's answers. All right.
I'm still on the cheese fries.
Yeah, this whole time to think.
Come on, man.
Not that fucking was not the answer.
Was that your final answer?
But I'm gonna go with kickboxing.
So, here's her answer. Mm-hmm. I am not a very sporty person, but one sport I love is tennis. Grew up with private lessons, and I've always enjoyed it as a good full body workout.
Tennis.
Does she even kickbox? Can we get a confirmation?
Yes, she can.
Has she ever kickboxed?
Are you sure?
Yes. I don't even know if
she said she's not a physical person, but yet has kickboxing.
And you're saying she's kickboxing?
She said she's not a physical person.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe she doesn't consider kickboxing that physical of an activity.
Who would? Really? It's like baseball.
It's a mental workout process.
It's really easy. It's almost like baseball.
Yeah, I don't know if she took this as like a workout question or just general movement, because general movement, I would say dancing, but she did just buy that sparring bag, which is sort of kickboxing related.
Trust your gut, Dado. Give me an answer.
My gut says that I'm wrong.
1, go. The answer is high kicks and kickboxing. Yes, you got it right.
Yes. Yeah.
Dado, high five. We're tied.
Bam.
Hell yeah.
All right. All right. Can I get a point score, please?
Oh, Tefty has 3. Pope still 0. Briar, because we keep giving the man that has the most points more points, is at 5.
Look, it wouldn't be fair.
Watts is at 3.
All right.
Dado and Pat are at 2.
All right.
We got 5 people at 3, 2 people at 2, and 1 person at 0.
Yes, 1 person at 5, 1 at 2.
All right. So let's go right into this next question. What is one place in the world your significant other would most like to visit? What is one place in the world that your significant other...
The real world?
Got this on lock.
What is one place so easy in the world your significant other would like to visit? I am going to start off with Briar. What is that place?
What is New Zealand?
The answer is correct. New Zealand or Iceland. New Zealand. Briar gets a point.
Oh, I could have chose out of 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's my wife
2 out of 236 or however.
All right, Watts, you're up.
190 something. I don't know.
What is a place that Toma would like to visit?
Japan. He only likes Japan.
The answer is Japan. Correct. All right. Tefty, you're up. What is one place?
See, this is tough because it's Europe. I know it's somewhere in Europe, but like this is the tough one. Is like there's a lot of places in Europe.
Did she get specific? Maybe she just said Europe.
Yeah, did she say Europe?
Specific.
Oh,
no.
Okay, I'm gonna go Paris.
Interesting. She said Ireland.
That could have been the day. Beautiful. She was like, today I'd like to go to Ireland. But tomorrow will be Paris. But you know what? It would be great to visit London. So
all right. I'm just saying. All right.
Ireland is beautiful.
Yeah.
So
it is beautiful.
my wife I would say Vietnam. I think she would most like to visit. The Mendoza wine region of Argentina.
Right, nowhere near. Good.
Really specific?
Not even.
No, it's far.
It's not even the same continent.
Nah. Andy, okay, what do you got?
This is really hard because she likes Lord of the Rings, so I want to say New Zealand.
Mm-hmm. That's my wife.
But she also really likes anime and animation and Japan, so I want to say Japan.
She's Iceland.
She's 100% said both in her answer.
2.
Yes, I'm going to go with Japan and New Zealand in the same trip. I'm taking a gamble. It's probably just Japan.
Gambler.
It's probably just
so
Japan.
if she doesn't have both of those in there, you get the question wrong.
If she does, though, we gotta give him 2 points for that. Balls.
Double or nothing.
Double or nothing.
Are you double or nothing this one?
I'm doing it. Double or nothing.
It's got to have both.
Sure?
Because I like how.
Ooh, I like this. I like double or nothing.
All right, fair enough.
Hold on, Pope. You said what one place do you want to go? Briar's wife gave 2 in that answer.
That's true.
So actually, knowing Andy, she would only give 1. So I fucked myself by saying 2.
My wife also said, "What's your favorite animal?" And she said, "I am an animal."
All right. So
It's oh god damn it.
Andy answers first and foremost.
Oh, god.
Japan.
Oh.
Aside from that,
Oh.
Iceland.
Oh, I told you to say Iceland too.
Damn.
Oh no.
That's the gamble of double
Gambler.
He's a gambler.
Gambler, guys.
That's a big one. All right, Dado, you're on point.
Egypt.
Without hesitation?
No hesitation.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Egypt is correct.
Yes.
There you
Nice.
go. Yay.
Yeah, man, this is great. All right. So this last one,
I'm just trying to stay ahead of Pope.
well, I guess it's not the last one, but we can. What profession would your significant other most like to have? What profession would your significant other most like to have? So it may include the one they're currently in if they're happy, or is it another one? Or is it what profession would your significant other most like to have? And we are going to start back at the front with Briar Rabbit. I think your wife's throwing you a curveball here.
See, that's a hint, Pope. You can't be tossing out hints like that.
I can and I will.
Fair enough.
I think if she could choose anything, it would be horse trainer.
Even with me trying to distract the man, he got it right. Horse trainer.
Yes.
Jeez.
My father's actually trying to get us to move down to Pennsylvania so she would be a horse trainer.
Nice.
Maybe we should do that.
Can the final one be worth like fucking 20 points just so none of this matters? And we have a chance of beating Briar.
All right, so let's go with Watts. What are you up to? What is Tomo's profession? That
He just wants to play video games.
He's probably happy doing what he's
The
doing.
streamer.
Yeah.
So he answered this in a two-part. He answered this in a two-part.
Does it include baseball and video games?
He answered this in a two-part from when he was a child until now.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
Do you want a double or nothing?
Yeah, double or nothing.
You're double or nothing. So
Baseball, video
as
games.
a child, what did he
Wanted
want
to
to do?
play baseball.
All right. And as now?
Wants to play video games.
Video games.
All right. So this is a very good question to have in this chat. You are the final answer here because he said Watts was correct. He did want to be a pro baseball player growing up, but now he wants to be a game developer. Is a game developer?
He does get to play video games.
That's why
I'm
he
just
started
saying.
That's why he wanted to
But-
become a developer was to just play video games.
I'm
This
counting
is
it. I'm counting it.
no.
Game
This is
tester
up to
chat.
chat.
I don't
This is up
see.
to chat. I need to see.
Lots of people play video games. Not nearly as many develop video games.
Yeah, I mean, yes or no in here. Let's see the chat. The
I'm seeing yes.
overwhelming.
I'm seeing a lot of yeses.
Seeing a lot of no's.
There's a lot of no's too.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of
There's more
yeses.
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 There's
I'm
more
seeing more
yeses.
yeses. Yeah.
Chat's got my back.
I'm getting
Let's
two.
go for
I'm
yes.
marking
You
two.
said no. I'm banned.
I'm marking
Even though
two.
you did postpone
That's a
anthem.
very, that's a very hazy line right there.
All
Yeah,
right,
you
Sure
do
is
know
on
that
mark two.
Watts postponed anthem, right? Are you sure you want
Now-
to vote yes on this?
memes. What did memes?
Singer
Answer here.
songwriter. Like it's without a doubt. If she didn't say that, I'm gonna definitely have to have a discussion with her afterwards about aligning, what we've talked about.
All right. So she answered this as a two-part as well.
Okay.
All right. So are you wanting to double down?
Okay.
Or go with that answer?
Yes. No, I'll double down.
As some part of it.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to double down.
So singer songwriter, and then the second part.
All right. So
second part.
something about what she would currently want to be doing, and she would like to do.
Currently, singer songwriter would like to also score TV and film soundtracks.
All right, so I'm going to leave this one up to the chat as well because this is a two-part. This is a double, very close. Chat will decide this. Music is still my profession, but I'd like to add film composer.
Oh, there it is.
I'm going to count that.
I'm counting that.
I would count
that. That's counting.
All right.
For sure.
All right. Okay. So next one is my wife, and profession would she like to be? She would like to be an operatic singer.
Dragon trainer.
We're just going with that.
No, it's dragon trainer.
All right.
No.
She wants to be a teacher abroad.
Okay. Chat, we've got a mission for you. Tomorrow morning, what we're going to need is a supercut of all of Pope's answers and then his wife's answers.
All right, Dado, you're up.
I don't remember if we've talked about this. She talked about wanting the event manager job at Bungie, so I'm just going to go with that.
Interesting. She would... Andy. No, this is Andy. So, okay, I went to the wrong one. All right, good. I was about to give the wrong answer. Honestly, a big fan of the one I have now, video producer.
Okay.
So she's very content with where she is.
Fair enough.
All right. Let's see what you got there, Senor Patrick.
Oh, wait, did Dad get a point?
No,
he did not.
Okay.
No.
Okay. God damn it.
I love her answers.
This might be a 4-part answer.
I know.
Like you could.
This is probably she actually has a works cited list. So
see, I know she's not happy doing what she does currently. So I'm sure that was part of what she said. I know whatever she wants to do wants to be like doing art in some way. Recently we talked about like how awesome it would be for her to do science fiction. Doing science fiction art, book covers and shit like that.
You're not getting any hints from this face.
I know.
How many answers are in this answer of Andy's?
Oh, just so many.
The thing is, she would be happy doing so many things, as long as it's like
give me your answer.
Her. As long as it's involving her being creative. I know I can't be wrong because she has a lot of different possibilities with her life.
One.
I'm gonna say book artist. I'm gonna say an artist that. God damn it!
What did you just say?
Artist.
Artist.
But you got to be more specific than that.
I know. It's just like she enjoys the creative process. I'm gonna say she wants to do
a job.
She wants to do fucking concept art.
Okay.
Concept.
She said she would like to be a concept artist
for
video games.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
It was very short and concise. I was going
to say that was the shortest answer we've heard today.
Hey, you got it right.
All right, and so Data, you already did yours. Everybody went through, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, and did we do the one with what is one thing your significant other cannot live without?
No, we haven't.
We did. No.
All right. So
What's the score right now?
Yeah, we need a score.
Briar's still in the lead. He has 7. Watts has 6. Tefty 5. Dado and I have 3. I 5. And Pope with 0.
Yes. Okay.
Nailing it.
All right. I just wanted to make sure there was no impropriety here, that you guys didn't think that I was trying to run away with this. So you guys don't know. I guess we didn't talk about it yet, but the winner of this competition gets a all expense paid dinner with their significant other.
What's that worth? Like $1,000 or so? I would say, right?
At least.
Sounds fair.
Since you guys steakhouse go.
You get some hot dogs at a ball game. That's what you get.
At the restaurant of my choosing.
Taco Bell.
Definitely Taco Bell.
All right. So let's start off with. I'm just gonna go cut right into the middle here, and we're gonna rearrange these so you guys can't say that I was not being fair. All right. All right. So, what is one thing your significant other cannot live without? And this is for me. And I would say, while I want to say something like, her child or her family, should probably say something like air. But I'm going to go with something more visceral than that. And I'm going to say
based off that breathing answer.
Yeah.
You might be on the right track.
I'm going to go with chapstick. Final answer.
Chapstick.
All right.
And the answer is chapstick.
Oh,
you're right.
There you go.
All right, I'm on the board.
He's on the board.
I'm happy for you, and I'm still suspect. I'm still suspicious of you actually getting one right.
All right, Watts, you're up.
I'm gonna.
What is one thing your significant other cannot live without?
Electricity.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna go with the Briar Rabbit body pillow?
It is very, very useful.
Whatever spray
the answer that the answer that Tomo gave is I don't even know what this is. It's WAIFU exclamation mark.
Oh,
that's really sweet. Damn.
He can't. Is that you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. He can't live
without
you.
The waifu.
The waifu.
Oh, is that like an anime thing?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's really sweet, Tomo.
I'm marking Tomo down for 1 point.
Tomo gets a point. Yes.
Tomo gets 1 point.
1 point for that. All right. Let's see. Dado, you're up.
Caffeine.
Solid answer. Your wife. Sorry. Your significant other.
Not there yet.
Did
Danielle, don't panic.
Did not say that though. She said books.
Books.
Oh man, caffeine. I felt like it was a no-brainer. Damn it.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
She's always ranting at me about I never have caffeine and she always needs caffeine and then
All right. Patrick, you're up.
This is a really tough one because there's two things in her life that she absolutely cannot live without.
Did she answer both of them?
Yeah. Well, three things, I guess. Then we're gonna say the thing is books. She really likes books.
Is that your final answer?
No, it's chicken wings.
Your answer is chicken wings.
My answer is chicken wings.
That
over
is
books.
Incorrect.
That is incorrect. Her answer is reading. I love reading. Scary stuff, funny stuff, fantasy, science fiction.
Did I go with the books?
Always loved how much a good book can teach you something neat, give you a new perspective, or break you away from things for a bit to go into another world.
And I know that if she is reading a book, I know if she has a book in front of her or a plate of chicken wings, I know which she's choosing.
Apparently the book.
I think you get the reward for like being this close all night. Like this close.
All right, Briar, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go caffeine.
What is that?
Caffeine.
Be specific. Caffeine is in a lot of things.
That's true.
Coffee.
That doesn't sound very like. You didn't sound very like you like that was. Is that your final answer? I want to hear conviction.
Answer.
Are you trying to like steer me away from coffee right now?
I mean, I think that anybody should cut the amount of coffee they have.
I feel like
is that your final answer?
Yeah, I feel like you're trying to pull me off of coffee.
Distract you.
All right, the answer is coffee. You got it right, Briar.
I think we lose, guys.
The rich.
I think it's over.
All right, Defty, you're up.
It's like I think it's gonna be one of two things. It's either food because she loves food, means absolutely loves food, or
interesting.
It's she loves her hair being pulled, like not in an aggressive sexual way.
Like
I'm talking about
You got to grab by the base,
gentle. Gentle. She likes her hair being played with.
Whoa,
no, that's a little better.
That's a better.
Yeah, I don't know there, Tefty.
No,
running fingers through the hair.
She calls it pullage. All right, this is her term. She likes her hair being played with. She calls it pullage. All right.
So, Tefty, would you say when you're pulling her hair, you're shaking her fantasy?
Unbelievable.
Memes is going to be devastating.
All right. So, Memes did not answer that.
I'm going to look up pullage on Urban Dictionary.
She didn't, huh? Did she go with some sort of like existential?
She said you, Tefty. I bet she said you.
Did she go sappy on this?
I bet she said you.
Chocolate with 2 exclamation marks.
Oh, never mind.
This is no. Unbelievable.
Looking at it, man. Looking at it.
Pullage on Urban Dictionary is a person or person successfully seduced.
Well,
that's what Memes has been telling me this whole time. Wow. All right. Interesting.
All right. So I think we're gonna finish up with this last.
How many questions do we have
here?
One more.
Yeah.
The final question.
I believe so. Let me. Yes, this
needs
is the
to be
final
worth
question.
How much for just anyone to win?
This is a.
Is it hard? Is it a hard question?
If this is like a, yeah, I guess it could be hard, but yeah, let's give this one worth. This one's worth. What would be the tiebreaker on it?
Are we going off you because you would need? Oh, what do you mean tiebreaker?
No, Watts was like 1 point behind me, right?
1 point.
Yes. So this
2
one
points
is
now. 2 points.
2 points.
This one
now,
is worth. This one is worth 2 points, and if you can double down and give me a location.
Oh Jesus! Okay.
And for an extra point.
So potential 3.
Mm-hmm. All right. Your significant other may not have given a location, and if they didn't, you could state that they didn't, and then you would get that point.
Jeez, okay.
What the hell?
All right.
Makes sense. It makes sense.
So
makes sense.
The question is, if your significant other got a tattoo, what would it be? And where?
What? Oh,
Like, what if they have a tattoo now?
The answer is, the question is, if your significant other got a tattoo, what would it be and where?
So, Briar, you have a really easy job on this. Just say what her tattoo is and where it is.
All right. So I am going to start this off because my track record,
weird, right?
This is going to be, I don't think so. You know, if your significant other got a tattoo, a new tattoo, where would it go? And what would it be? And so I'm going to say that my wife would put the
answer's dragon for everybody.
Dragon. Yeah.
Picture of me on her butt. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So oh, close, I guess. I would have to answer if this one is correct. It may be in spirit correct. Ink the stink. Ink the stink. So her answer would be ink the stink.
That's so what she would get?
Yeah. She would put it right on her butt. That's what she says.
But she didn't say
no.
of what?
I'm going no.
It's our tattoo. It's the one that Patrick and I are getting.
Oh.
So she's gonna like Trump Patrick's tattoo.
I would give that.
Yeah, so she's gonna take over Katu's side so that we can complete the heart. That is so special. That is so beautiful.
She's taking one.
You're reading a lot into that. There's a lot of
I'm not reading a lot into
that answer.
No.
I would at least give one.
That is at least they're saying that's points.
What was Pope's answer again?
I would say at least one.
Based on what?
Yeah, what was Pope's answer?
He said his face on the
his
butt.
face on the butt.
That's true. He didn't say face specifically. That's true.
Well, he got butt.
I would give 1 point for butt.
You know what? If you guys want to kick a man while he's
location
down,
count? Location counts for one, right?
Location count as
true.
one.
For 1 point.
1 point.
Thank you.
1 point.
All right. So let's go straight into Watts now.
Tomo doesn't like tattoos.
Okay.
Tomo wouldn't get a tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
The answer is the void because it doesn't exist.
Okay.
All right. Let me find it first on your list. I'm sorry.
If you picked a tattoo and where to put it, I'm gonna be really mad.
And so you're saying that not only would he say no tattoo, he would give no location. So that's your two question.
Yes.
His answer is probably some Ganji or something Japanese, but he gave no location. So you get 1 point.
He doesn't like tattoo. Okay.
Maybe he took it as like if I had to absolutely get one.
Yes. And he should have said a tree. Doesn't matter. It's fine.
All right, Dado, you're up.
Okay. Danielle currently has like just a simple kind of pattern design on her arm, and I think she said she wants to get another one of those similar patterns on her leg.
Mm-hmm.
That's the final answer.
So you're giving that line design on her leg. Those are your answers.
Yes, similar line design that she has on her arm on her leg.
Okay, so she did not give a location, but she did say another one like the current one on my arm, just a line design.
Okay, I'll take
it. For the record here, it's not in the where isn't in the question. I just threw that in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Some
bullshit. I'm trying to add points to make it interesting. Yeah. So, okay. All right. So the next one is because some people answered them with. All right. The next one goes to Holtzman.
I feel like we've had this conversation. She wouldn't want to talk to.
If your girlfriend.
I used to golf with this guy. And every time he got up to the tee, he would start a conversation while we were waiting for him to hit the ball. I feel like that's a lot like when Holtz gets like the microphone and everybody's like, you could have thought about this for the last 5 minutes while everybody else was answering the question.
That's what I've been doing.
He thinks when his time comes up. When you say
give me the answer.
He's like the person when you're waiting in line at McDonald's, finally gets up at the front and says, "We want to order."
Asking a bunch of questions about the stuff that comes in the sandwich.
Do you have any coupons?
Does that have mustard on it? I don't like mustard.
Is that spicy mustard? Or?
She'd probably get some Elvish writing.
Interesting.
Elvish, like from Lord of the Rings. From Lord of the Rings. From Tolkien.
Okay.
And she would probably get it, on her wrist.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
Sounds pretty
like
good.
A wristwatch? Like you can tell the time? Oh,
no. So it's fucking. It's second breakfast time.
11s.
Let's go.
All right. So Holtz has got the award for so close tonight. I really love geometric designs and have a solid idea of something I'd like done on the inside of my right forearm.
Wow. Sounds like wrist.
Close to the wrist, but not the wrist. And
geometric line between designs. Wrist and forearm is so thin, though.
Elvin is more flowy than but it has geometric pattern. No, sorry,
it's different.
We are not going to go with it.
Okay. Well,
all right, Briar. What's your what would your wife get as a tattoo?
What's the score?
Doesn't matter.
You just win.
You can say nothing.
Winning if you get it right.
You can say.
I'm going with.
I think you already win. I think
you win.
You win.
Don't have to answer. You don't even have to show up to take the final exam, Briar.
Oprah Winfrey on her back.
Interesting.
He's still going to somehow get 2 points.
He's going to get this right.
Your wife is a enigma wrapped in a riddle. I mean, she is a ton of fun to party with. I'll tell you that. So her answer is DCP
Oprah
logo
Winfrey on her back.
A DCP logo like Tefty's head in silhouette.
Nice.
Wow.
She wants, that's you can't guess that woman. She's throwing
Curveballs, man.
left and right. All right, Tefty, you're up.
So tattoos, we haven't really talked about tattoos. So this is, I think it's going to be something spiritual. So like a spirit animal or something like that.
I bet it's a cat.
No, definitely not a cat. Her spirit animal is
What if it was your cat?
I don't think she would do
what
that.
If it was a cheetah? What would it be? A cheetah, maybe?
See, it's either an owl or a frog. And I don't think she gave a location.
Okay. So you get 1 point for the no location. And she said maybe a heart piece tattoo or an owl with an open wing.
Oh,
owl with an open wing, like one open
owl
wing.
with open wing. So he gets 2 points for that. That is a 2-point answer there. Good job, Tefty. Way to close that one out strong.
I just want to say that we would have a 3-way tie if we didn't count Breyer's bullshit Viggo Mortensen, not Viggo Mortensen.
Hey, what if they counted my cat? My cat answer. Come on.
No.
Feline.
No.
It's just one of those things. We do have one possible tiebreaker question if you guys wanted it. It's out there. I'll leave it up to you guys if you want me to ask it. But
I think we should ask you.
We have 2 questions left. So who is the better cook?
I'm enjoying my lead over Pope by 1 point. I don't know if I want to risk it.
Who is the better cook? So your significant other would answer that question. Who is the better cook, you or them?
Oh,
and
this
then
is
the
dangerous.
second the second one would be what is your so let's make this a 2-part one if you guys want to, for all the marbles.
Okay.
These are worth 2 points each. For a total
I don't know. I really feel like we should do Twitter questions. Like we're really guys. We really ought to do those Twitter questions.
We're gonna start off with.
People are gonna be mad if we don't get to their questions. They got interesting questions that need to be asked.
Give me your significant other's favorite animal, and who does she think is the better cook, you or her?
Favorite animal
is. Well, I cooked chicken for one time, and she said she really liked it. But I feel like she's her and Pitbull.
And Pitbull?
Yeah, doggy.
All right. Okay, so her favorite animal is foxes, but he'll probably say a dog. That's cute. And then so is that do you get a point for that?
Yes.
Okay. She guessed your answer correctly. All right. And who's the better cook? She says Stefan is, but I'm a close second. We're both average.
Fair enough. I respect it.
All right. Let's go with Watts.
Better cook, me. Animal, I know he really likes Shiba Inu dogs, but I'm gonna go cat because we have cats.
I'm trying to find the animal. For some reason, its favorite animal is a tiger.
Oh,
doesn't count.
A cat?
I got cut out of this. So it's like
we set legal precedent.
Why was it a tiger? Okay.
And you got the first one right, though. He did say that you were the better cook.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's
never
go
talked
with
about a tiger in our lives.
let's
We've
go
never
with
talked about a tiger.
Andy.
Can I just not answer?
No, you have to answer. These are entertaining.
Her favorite animal is a cat, unless we're going with mythical creatures again. In that case, it's a dragon. And
Watts is yelling at her.
Who's the better cook?
Yeah. We both fucking love cooking.
It's not who loves cooking more, Pat.
True. It's
who's better.
That's the thing. I've eaten every time I've eaten her food. Like, this
that's
is really
log
good.
You out of our email account.
I'll be the bad guy. I'll say me. That's not the right way to.
Is that what she would say?
What would she say?
She would say Pat. I think.
She would probably say, I really like Patrick's cooking, but I think I'm probably the better. No, she wouldn't say that. She would just say, she likes my cooking.
Yeah, she's gonna say you.
All right. So she says, that's very tough. We both love cooking, and you guys are like meant for each other. Seriously, you can't give like, that's very tough. We both love cooking and always have enjoyed cooking together. So both of us, ? I've always ended up going to his apartment more than he comes to mine, and he's usually already had an idea for a meal. He's also cooked solo for me more often than I have for him, but he's got to have more time. He has gotten to have more of my cooking lately. So there is like a non-answer in there. So her answer
she didn't
is
answer the question.
I know. I didn't want to. And I didn't want to. Is that worth anything?
You see,
but
you should have done.
Close.
You should have said no answer instead.
You should have said both. No answer. Can't decide.
Yeah.
Too close.
All right.
And
I like how my initial answers have basically always been right, and then I just
What is your what is her favorite animal? And she says dragons. Cats also. So you got like 12 points.
It's like 18 points right here.
Yeah.
I feel like I just win off that, right?
No, you don't. All right, so we already got
wait, how many points is that?
Watts, we did yours. Mine. So let's see. I'm the better cook, and I would say a dog, but more specifically a beagle.
Because that's what you guys
All
have.
right. So who's the better cook? Me. So and then my dog Ace, he might say elephants. So but yes, I got it right.
Nice.
So that's what?
How many points?
Right.
2?
That's so it's 4 points. So 2 points each, right? All right, so we did Andy and
Pat, you get 4.
Yeah, I marked myself down.
Briar, you're up.
Yes.
Is your wife?
She is a better cook, and her favorite animal is her cat.
Not the horse.
Mm-hmm. You said she is the better cook?
Yes.
She says "est moi," so you're wrong there.
No.
That doesn't look like she is or anything I know. No, she obviously, yeah, she said she agrees with you. And then
Briar wins.
Favorite animal, and you said is
her cat.
It is correct, cat.
Okay, well, we just suck. So
there it is.
All right, and then so let's just finish this out. What did Meme say?
See, we're both decent at cooking, but
if you get this right, you can tie it.
I think she'd say I'm like slightly better at cooking. I think she would say that. And then when
risky gamble,
it's very risky. And then with the animal thing, the animal is really tough because we just love animals straight up across the board, and like dogs, cats, we're animal people. So singling that out, man, we miss Merlin.
What would she answer?
What's that?
What would she answer?
Is it cheetah?
Both cats and dogs.
All right. So I'm going to give you a opportunity to double or nothing.
Okay.
For the win.
Take it. Tefty, you're already losing. Just take it.
For the win, Tefty, you need to give me more specifically. Your wife was more specific about who's the better cook.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
But her answer has to do with types of cooking.
Yeah. I see. Oh boy. Okay. Now I have to think about this.
And so, while you're thinking about that, your answer for cat favorite animal is correct. She said cat and dog. So you got that one right.
Okay. I think when it comes to food, she's going to single out particular dishes that I make that are better. Like she's really good at making like a roasted veggie type of thing, like a sandwich type of, like she's really good at those aspects. Like I handle like breakfast I'm good at, and like I'm on the spot right now. I'm on the spot and it's making me uncomfortable thinking about this stuff.
Okay. So you're saying it's specific food items.
Yeah. That's exactly. Yeah, she's definitely better at certain stuff.
Are you like coaching him through this answer?
Is that your final answer, Tefty?
I don't know about this. I don't know about this.
Is this your final
Well,
answer?
he asked if I want to double down if I got this right, and there's very specific things. Very like memes absolutely is gonna like handle certain types of meals because she does them better, and then I'm gonna handle certain types of meals because I do them better. But I think overall, I take the lead in terms of who is a better chef. But barely.
Her answer is, this is a hard one. I think he is a better cook, and I'm the better baker.
Ooh.
That's the answer. No score there.
I did say roasted veggies, but that isn't baking specifically.
That's not baking.
That's why I had to think about. Was really close. I had to think about that stuff, and
that was really close.
She does the baking. I don't do any of the baking. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Rip.
Yeah. So that was really close. I believe we have Briar Rabbit as the winner.
What was the question? The question was, who's a better cook, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Her answer and Tefty's answer were both Tefty.
But I asked him to double down to be more specific as to what she would say.
That was the gamble.
I gave an opportunity for the win. It was a tough one, but it was for the win.
Yeah. For the win.
You wouldn't have wanted it any other way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had to think about like cooking, and I just forgot about baking stuff. But
Okay. So
I'll take my $1,000 check as a gift certificate to Applebee's.
Can we just give you a microwave and some Stouffer's frozen meals, and that'll be like the same thing?
That's great. Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you guys. I want to thank your significant others for putting up with my questions and for putting up with us. I know a lot of our free time.
I'm pretty annoying.
Into putting up with the podcast and coming on the show and having to do all this stuff. So just want to, in this spirit of Valentine's Day, I wanted to say thank you to them and to all the significant others that are listening to the podcast right now that are having to listen in the car because their spouse just loves to listen to DCP, even though you don't play Destiny and you're driving for 3 hours and you've got to listen to. This is for you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Well, thanks, guys. That was fun playing that.
I'm getting some cheddar.
That was a lot of fun.
Final point tallies. By the way, Tomo with 1 because that answer.
Right.
Pope Bear with 6. Yep, that's 6.
He got up to 6.
He got up to 6 because he got
wow.
He got all the last 2 questions correct.
The daily double.
Nice. He got the daily double. Mm-hmm. He was previously at, I believe, 2. Dado with 6 as well.
Nice.
I caught up.
Very nice. Very nice.
Patrick with 7. Mm-hmm. Watts with 8. Mm-hmm. Tefty with 9, and Briar wins with 12.
12.
Commanding lead, I would say.
Above the crowd with 12.
I just got to give you you got the boob one right.
Yeah, that was impressive.
That's amazing.
Come on, once you see that, are you going to ever pick a different answer?
Also,
no.
Sure. It's impressive the chat gave you the Viggo Mortensen one, however you say his name.
I know. I'm still
like, what the hell?
I was even with him not
know his name.
Even if he didn't get that one right, he still would have won.
True. Yeah.
True.
All right.
I feel like that was the catalyst, though.
That was the catalyst. Well, no, the boobs were the catalyst. Boobs were definitely the catalyst.
Boobs
started a dominant streak of just winning.
Well, we have, we
catalyst
really
for many things, I would say.
Is there any other video game stuff we want to talk about before we get into? I guess there's a lot of video game stuff that comes out of the Twitter questions, right?
Yeah. You guys want to do some Twitter questions?
Yeah,
we can go for 2 hours. We can do a couple.
We got time for a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'd love to say I'm going to pick out the best ones, but I'm just going to kind of pick them randomly.
All
right.
I don't know, Brian.
Hero of Time 39. Oh man, for a second I thought this said Hero Time 38, and I got really excited, but it's 39.
Okay.
Would Dado rather answer? Would Dado rather answer? Does my beta progress carry over for all eternity, or have the Dream Team kill each other every time he's the traitor in Trouble in Terrorist Town filming?
Dream Team, because at least with that, I'm still winning. Right? There's no winning with the question. Right? They might kill each other, but I still win. Right? Mm-hmm. The other one, I don't win.
You don't win. Mm-hmm.
Evan Meyer says, "Do you think Bungie Activision split was made at the right time with all the craziness that's going on in Activision right now?"
I think all the craziness that's going on is what determined the split.
For a little back history, if you don't know, Activision laid off almost 800 employees yesterday
after profitable year, record profits.
Yeah, record profits. They announced record profits in their earnings, and then laid off 800 people.
Yeah.
A lot of those apparently are Blizzard employees, which previously I would say that the conversation, or my understanding had always been that Blizzard, while it was Blizzard Activision, Blizzard was kind of a separate entity. So it was a little surprising that Blizzard kind of took the hit so hard.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, it's always tough in this, when you see in this industry, like a company or a studio go down, or a bunch of people get laid off, and aside from the conversation that has to do with Activision, one of the things that I thought was awesome was how many studios jumped on Twitter and social media and were like, we're really sorry to hear this, apply here, and I think that I don't know if you see that in any other industry, really. But that's pretty awesome. And it sucks for those families, because I know that if I was to all of a sudden get a pink slip, and even if I got a severance package, you still have bills and mortgages and stuff that, kids are going.
So some people are there on work visas, and they have to you have to find work within 60 days, or else
you get kicked out the country,
get deported.
That's crazy.
Correct me if I'm wrong, GDC is happening right now, the Games Developer Conference.
I don't know.
Is
that happening right now, or is that soon?
Monday, March 18th, Friday,
March 18th. Okay.
Yeah,
so
usually in March.
I know a lot of that. One of the big topics for GDC this year is unionization of game developers. And I think with Telltale Studios shutting down and what happened over there, with 800 employees getting cut from Activision. Activision, you work your ass off to make your Call of Duty game or your Guitar Hero game or whatever, and then due to no fault of your own, you get laid off. that just hurts, right? And meanwhile, the CEO is getting a $15 million bonus.
Yeah.
That just hurts. So,
It really sucks, because a lot of them didn't know what was going on, and if they were going to lose their job, if they weren't going to lose their job. They didn't give any type of heads up. They weren't like, okay, guys, look, this is the picture that we're looking at. In like a month, 2 months, we're going to have to start cutting some people. It was just like, you just found out if you have a job or not.
And it leaked to the press before the company itself started talking about it,
which is terrible. They should, the people who it is affecting should always know first.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you're not telling them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just cool.
So is it Blindy says, what if the recent rumors that there's no more content past the season pass this year are true? Will it be a huge problem, or will the promise of Bungie doing what Bungie wants keep players interested enough to rebound with whatever Bungie comes up with in 2020?
I think they're always going to be able to rebound regardless of how low the population gets for the current game, because there's enough of a fan base that's interested in the IP. It's like Borderlands. Like, not very many people playing Borderlands 2 right now, or for occasional events, but once the Borderlands 3 gets announced and is hyped up, it's going to be insane. People are going to be talking about it all the time. But in the meantime, they can survive those waters with the franchise that they have right now.
I think so.
Yeah. I think go ahead, Dano.
No, I don't know. It's tough because, not releasing anything doesn't mean the game gets better or worse. It's just kind of in this purgatory. Whereas if they release stuff and it's not good, then that draws more negative attention. So yeah, it's as long as they put out something good, I think they would be able to bounce back, as long as the lasting memories in people's minds where like I had fun with that game. I just ran out of things to do more than it was like, oh, the last thing they put out was terrible, so I'm not going to play the next thing. Right? They don't really get any more second chances, third, fourth chances with any sort of that situation. Everything they make now needs to be really good, like really good. And so yeah, it's tough call.
Yeah, I agree. If they bring out the next thing and it's awesome and people are like, wow, this is so crazy and awesome, then they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. I mean, just like if they released a turd after Forsaken, then it's going to burn people heavily because they already got burnt from Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Launch, that whole year was a lot of people look at it as like, damn, I don't know if I'm ever coming back to Destiny. A lot of people have held off on Forsaken because of that. So they definitely have to hit it out of the park with whatever they release next. But if it takes a year, 2 years, if it's like 2021, I don't think that's necessarily going to hurt the franchise. A poor release is going to hurt the franchise more than anything.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah.
I really think that's we keep seeing all these games being compared to Destiny, and they always bring up this term of, is this the Destiny killer? I honestly believe that the only thing that can kill Destiny is Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
And they make a crappy game, the next one.
Well, what is a funny narrative is when people talk about Division 2 and they say, will it pull a Destiny 2?
Oh,
that is funny.
That is interesting. That is interesting. Yeah. But we would be able to answer about Anthem tomorrow, but if it wasn't for Watts, I mean...
Thanks, Watts.
Thanks a lot, Watts. If you don't know, Watts delayed Anthem, the release of the Anthem.
She got a button on her desk today. That new PC, there's a button in there, isn't it? Anthem delay button.
There is a button. Sure, there's a button. Yeah. I didn't think it was fair to have those extra 16 hours for people to be ahead of everyone.
Mm-hmm. Look, she's got 2 keyboards.
Let's try and narrow it down as much as possible. Yeah. Looking out for the PS4 guys, mostly.
Makes sense.
We're trying to narrow that gap as much as possible.
I like it.
Real good, Murph says, all Destiny 2 year 1. Taft was in love and always talking about his Devour Warlock.
It's
all
true.
of year
now, 1? Why does he act like it never happened? He's always been a hunter man.
Because it was a dark timeline. Things were confusing. There was no random rolls. The end game was garbage. The raid, you could only play a few times. And you're like, well, I've done everything. So, Bizarro World was me being a warlock. Also, for the Guardian Con, one of the goals, it was the biggest donor, which was CC Kuhn, could choose the character that I started with. And CC is a natural supporter of warlocks, and so he picked me to be a warlock. So that's why.
You didn't need to stick with it for as long as you did, Tavsy. You fell in love and kept playing.
You were smitten. You were
in love.
This was a several-month period. I think that is more. In fact, I hit max level on my warlock. That was the deal. I hit max level on my warlock. And again, it was dark times, guys. Dark times. There's a lot of butt hugging.
Then you kept playing?
I bet you would know what your warlock's favorite animal was.
No.
Look, Defty has completed his 12 steps, and there's no need to remind him of his past alcoholism.
These are dark times, guys.
Warlock play. Like every time you see him, just like accept Defty as he is now.
Let it go.
Every time I see him, he's not a warlock.
I'm missing exotic on my warlock. All right, I would like those exotics.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you there. I'm missing one of my warlock and one of my hunters.
Same. Well. We're in the exact same boat. I'm missing chromatic fire and the gauntlets that are good for bows, whatever those are called.
Gavin Ridsbridger says, "Is anyone actually bothered about Crimson Days, or is everyone playing Apex Legends?"
I'm playing Apex.
I'm playing Apex, but I am playing some Crimson.
Apex. I did all my Crimson yesterday. I'm basically done with the Crimson
until next year.
Crimson, Crimble.
That's what it was for me, man.
Oathkeeper.
Oathkeeper, yes. Oathkeeper is what I'm missing. Crimson the same way. I logged in.
Sorry,
yesterday.
that was just bugging the hell out of me.
It was bugging me too. Thank you. Crimson was a 5-6 hour thing for me, and I'm done with it.
Same.
I'm just concentrating on how
I already got all the stuff. What am I gonna do? I got the bow. I had everything else. What am I gonna do?
I'm just playing Magic the Gathering, man.
You're also playing Apex.
I know. I'm also playing.
Do we want to take bets on at what point Holtz is suddenly going to become addicted to Anthem?
That would require me.
It's gonna take a week for Watts to convince him to buy it.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
3 days of him playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Can we
when
go
is his first video
10
days?
days.
10 days.
When is his first weapon review?
Oh, his
video.
Well, he's got to get to the end game.
See, it's not like that. This
When's
is
the first
going to be
stream?
this is going to be like Monster Hunter World, where it's like Monster Hunter BS, blah blah. I'm not doing that.
I don't like this. Too much
Bowguns are fun. Wow, I like this. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Oh man,
I'm going 10 days.
10 days.
Someone's gonna gift Patrick either Origin access so he can just play it, or they're gonna gift him the game, and then he's gonna have to play it because then he'll feel bad that he's not using the money that someone was specifically like, I want you to play this game.
I think that is the only way to actually get me to play.
And then
is basically guilting me into playing.
Randomizing already has a code available for you in chat. He's ready.
Looks like you'll be playing at launch.
Yeah, but did he pay for that code?
Yes, he did.
Did he? Or
he
did
bought a graphics card?
He paid double.
Which
they said, "Who's this for?" It's for Holtzman. Oh, this is going to cost you $120.
That's it. So does that? So knowing that he has this code, Briar, does that up your timetable? You said 10 days. I'm saying a week now.
Hey, he's definitely going to be reluctant to play this because it's already a hipster thing right now.
Random, over $1,000. So you better play.
Bought a 2080 Ti. Wow, you are guilting me hard here.
That's
the code you got for free
code
from the graphics card that you bought.
Expensive.
Still,
that'll run Anthem at 17 frames per second.
Man, I hope they optimized it.
Me too. I think there's a new patch, new driver update. Jack of all trades says, seeing as how Bungie seems to be introducing old exotics via lore, how exciting would it be if Destiny 1 exotic swords are reintroduced by defeating Dul Inkaru or Savathun?
Well, Savathun isn't in the game, but Dul Inkaru is.
They would have to add it for free. Not as here's this thing as part of the content drop.
If you add exotic swords in the game, I don't care how good they are. Swords in Destiny 2 lack a lot of stuff they had in Destiny 1, and that's ammo. When I run out of my sword ammo, after 3 swings, I'm just like, okay, that's now I'm good. So if they did a big update where they're like, hey, we upped the ammo of all swords by 30 to 40%. All right, great. Now we're talking. Now because they do good damage, and I want to use them. I want to go through a strike and run around with my sword and slice stuff, but
that's fun.
I think it would be better too if Heavy Ammo Finder felt like it did something sometimes. That's another problem too. You look at Destiny 1's sword usage. I remember being able to just roll around with Dark Drinker on my Titan using Ruin Wings, and I'd be able to use a sword literally the entire strike. Meanwhile, Destiny 2, you can maybe use it for one section of a strike, and that's about it. Yeah. And if you don't get ammo drops, it's all right.
Fun's over.
Or am I going to use a heavy machine gun that can get double reserves and I get 300 bullets for it?
Yeah. It seems like scavenger perks are also just the way to go, aside from finder perks don't really do anything as far as we can tell.
For sure.
So
Dakota says, do you guys have any cringy fan exchanges, really bad interactions with fans, whether they wouldn't leave you alone or would take things too far?
I'm going to go with a dragon with a cat face. Final answer.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to answer that one. I'm going to say no. That's a
honestly,
nope dog.
I haven't. I think honestly the most awkward things that I've had fan interaction wise was someone wanting to take a picture of me without them in it. just walked up to me, took a picture of me. Keep in mind, not in cosplay, just look like this. And that was it. That's all they wanted, was just to take a picture of me. And then they left. And I was like, all right, next. Come on. Hello. That was it. Otherwise, people have been I'm actually surprised at the lack of awkward stories that I have. Yeah. Because fans, generally speaking, like, at least when they come up to me in public or at conventions or whatever, good. Yeah. You guys do good. So keep it up. Don't be that weird.
Yeah.
I've always anyone who's come up to me has just been a really awesome experience. It's never been like, oh, this guy seems like he might murder me. Okay. No, it's been great. Every person that I've met has been really, really awesome.
When it gets cringy, it's always my fault. It's
it's when you go for it's when you assume they might be okay with a hug, and then you just go for it, and then they're like, oh well, didn't know I was gonna get.
I'm always right for the butt squeeze. Like I just.
Oh, that might be why.
So I have a job where I work photography, and a lot of the times while I'm working photography, people come up, hey, Briar. But it's like I'm not Briar Rabbit at the moment. I'm working a job, and I have bosses. You know what I mean? And I have to like be pretty much like just working that job. Does that make sense? So it's like it's awkward for me because I'm like, I'm not really that person right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to actually like be this other person who's like taking care of business. I can't be the goofball that I normally am.
Makes sense. Yeah.
I guess when students find out for me if that I play video games and I'm their assistant principal, and they find out that I enjoy the same things they do, and as a matter of fact, I'm on a podcast and stuff like that. It's been interesting. They'll walk up to me, similar thing, Briar. They'll walk up to me, and I'm sitting around colleagues, or I remember one time in particular, I'm standing there with a police officer, and we're discussing a pretty serious issue, and a kid walks up and he goes, "Oh, Pope, did you do the?" And I'm like looking at him, going, "Okay, it's Mr. So-and-so. We'll definitely talk later. Have a good day." I mean, it's just like, come on, guys, come on.
I can see that for sure.
I think like the most awkward thing is usually just from me, where it's like, fuck, what was this person's name again? I already saw them once at the show, and they introduced themselves, and I just fucking forgot. No.
Yeah, I'm bad with
that.
I'm good with that.
There's too many people.
I'll recognize faces. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I remember. I can't remember names.
Oh, there's been people that I've met a bunch of times before, and some people I remember because they actually will tell me their Twitch name, so I can match a face to the name, which is you should always do that.
Their name's not. Hi, I'm Bob.
Yeah, but then some people oh, I met you once before. I met you at this thing. Always just reintroduce yourself. Especially if you've never said your Twitch name or something like that, because we're just not gonna remember that many people. We're just not.
Especially Dado, who's got a line of people going across the convention center.
I do remember a lot of people, but most of those people that I remember tell me their Twitch name.
Yeah, because then I can make a link. Yeah, so you have more history with them, not just oh, Chris, great,
right?
Nice to meet you, Chris.
Why Chris? Why are you beating up on Chris, Watts?
John.
What did Chris do?
Why are they all guys?
Chris just wanted to play Anthem, and here you are delaying it. Unbelievable.
Right?
He just wanted to play Anthem, Watts. You should apologize.
Damn, Christopher.
Christopher.
Drag says, which game are you most looking forward to, and why is it Metro?
Sekiro.
I'm gonna go with that.
Because have you seen those intros? Oh my gosh. Have you seen them? They've been putting them out on Twitter, and it's like General, I forgot all of their names, but it's like General blah blah, and he's there with his big sword, and oh man, that game is gonna be so good. So excited.
Metro looks
I want to make a note about this real fast. Is I saw some people saying they're not gonna buy Sekiro because it's being published by Activision. Why would you want to hurt the developer of FromSoft because you don't like Activision?
At some point, do you have to draw a line in the sand for yourself that says, look, Activision repeatedly does bad things, so I'm not going to give them my money?
No, because you are taking down the actual developing studio because you don't like Activision. So then what? They just stop making video games for us anymore? They have to cut ties with Activision? They have to do all this other stuff that might take their studio down?
What would be a good way of showing your displeasure with Activision?
I don't know.
Probably.
I wouldn't take it out on the development studio.
Probably no microtransactions.
Yeah.
Because I think I have a feeling that ends up going a lot to the publisher instead of the studio, because the publisher is probably like, can we work in some microtransactions for a big cut, please? You know, so
for this game in particular, it doesn't seem like this is a microtransaction style game at all. Hopefully not. But yeah, it's a tough call because it's like, you know, there's only so much you can do. You know, if a developer partners up with a certain company, like when a company has that much power already, what can you really do as an individual consumer? That's not going to.
I think the only thing you can do is vote with your wallet.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody says that, but there's only I don't know how to phrase it exactly, but yes, you do have to vote with your wallet. But it's not like all of a sudden this company's all be like, oh, some people on Reddit didn't like that we partnered with Activision, therefore we're getting out and we're gonna just do something different. Like, they just can't. Sometimes you're just at the mercy of your situation, and there's not much you can do about it.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot like movies as well. I mean, there's a lot of stupid choices that are made in Hollywood. You're gonna boycott all the movies by
well, the part of the problem is that their business is our hobby. So like we just want enjoyment out of this. Like I'm gonna play Sakura because I just want to play a cool video game. Like, it doesn't really. Better example, I think, would be Red Dead Redemption or Red Dead Redemption 2, where I couldn't wait for that game. I couldn't wait to play it, but all the stories around it were how these people just like absolutely killed themselves and how it was just a slog to get through it. And did that really affect my playing of the game? No, because when I'm playing the game, I'm just like involved in the game. I don't know. It's tough because it's a hobby for us, but a business to them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like when people say, "Oh, don't support Nestle as a company." Yeah, I agree. They do fucking horrible things. Also, try to go to the grocery store and not buy something that's made by Nestle or a company that is owned by Nestle.
Probably the hardest part of that would just be
Nestle
knowing
is
what Nestle owns.
I mean, Nestle is like, even the brands that we know are owned by larger companies that you don't
exactly know.
So nobody's heard of Unilever, right? But Unilever owns like 30% of what is in grocery stores.
Yeah, well, those lists are out there. You can look it up.
But still, I mean,
so yeah, it's like, okay, you don't agree with Activision. You can still support the game and developer that you like. You think Sekiro is an awesome game? Fucking buy it. Yeah, it sucks that Activision is underneath them. Guess what? Fucking Bungie and Activision were together forever. That shit ended. It can end to, like, business relationships can end, companies can.
That was a different situation because Bungie owned Destiny, right? The brand.
I'm pretty sure FromSoft is not owned by Activision. I'm pretty sure they're just publishing it in NA.
Just publishing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's why they're with Activision.
Well, I would just
if you're gonna boycott like an innocent developer, it's just like, why? You're making it harder for them to bring it to the West. You're making it harder for them.
Making it harder for the rest of the developers who are making that decision to go with Activision.
Yep.
So let's take down FromSoft, that is an amazing developer, because we're mad at Activision.
Yeah, it's either you're either lifting both of them or killing or taking down both. Like, not buying the game, sure, it hurts Activision as much as you might not like them. It also hurts From Software, which has made a lot of good games, and people, I imagine, want them to stay in business.
They self-publish in Asia, so like, if you're boycotting that, they're just not going to bring it to America anymore. Congratulations. Great. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I'm just going to say that this is sort of reminiscent to what you see in politics and other parts of society. It's this scorched earth policy, the all of nothing. And it's actually another option in this. And in becoming an informed citizen or an informed consumer and participating in the process, there's one way. There's many ways of going about expressing your displeasure, and it isn't just simply not, the power of your wallet as a consumer. There's also participating in forums and communicating and advocating and maybe talking to others. And there's ways of participating in the general conversation that will influence and change things, but it's not as visceral. It doesn't feel as good as just saying, well, fuck it, I'm not going to listen to the Republicans, or I'm not going to listen to the Democrats, or I'm not going to buy this game because it's Activision. No, the harder decision is to listen and to talk and to make change from within and to participate in that conversation. But the problem is that the conversations right now are too difficult. People aren't skilled at them, and they just lash out at each other when someone has another opinion. So people fold back into these beliefs of, well, I don't want to talk to the other side. It's you see these problems all the time. And I disagree with you, Briar. I think that it's more complex than that, of just not spending your money. And I think the conversation is more nuanced than just punishing a small developer. It's contributing to the conversation of what video games will be like in the future, and being part of that community that solves problems in a positive way.
It'll be interesting to see if game studios do start, or if game developers start unionizing, like the actual people behind these titles do start unionizing. Like, will they be cut out? Will the industry like take a strong anti-union stance and just like cut anybody who unionizes out? Or will this like infiltrate? Like, will there be a way to support those people as gamers? It'll be interesting to see like what comes of that, and if anything comes of it, because the problem with being a game developer, from the outside looking in, is that there's so many people who want that job that it's hard for people to have value at that job, if that makes sense, right? Like if there's always 100 people who want your job, then how much worth can you prove that you have to the guy who's employing you?
Well, the Industrial Revolution will tell you that unions work in that respect. When you're considered a cog in the machine that replaces you and treats you poorly, unions will provide the protection for labor to be able to support a living wage and a fair treatment.
Right.
So I think
there's unions, like let's say a union, like unionization does form within the industry. Does that mean more expensive games that come out slower? And how do gamers react to that?
Okay.
It's a really
we're always complaining about there's too much shit to play in this anyway.
No,
okay, great.
I think you're going to see outsourcing
release schedule.
You're probably going to see another bigger problem, which is like CD Projekt Red and other companies that are
CD Projekt Red is interesting because they're in Poland.
That's what I'm saying.
They work their employees hard, but there's a law in Poland that says they have to pay overtime. A lot of American companies don't pay overtime.
Right. So there, you might see companies outsourcing their game development to other
a lot already do. A lot of companies.
A lot do. True.
A lot will outsource it to just.
So it's interesting. I think this is a really I think that's where that conversation comes in. Is like, are you getting? Where's your game being developed? And it's kind of something similar to what we see in choices in the supermarket. Are you going to drink organic milk, or are you going to drink factory farmed high produced milk? And those are consumer choices. But yeah, man, I don't know. That's a really good question.
Yeah, it's a tough one, honestly.
It's definitely gonna be interesting to watch it in the future.
It's for sure going through. It's gonna have a reorganization, like it has to, because there's too much turnover. There's too many issues with the development timelines, and like the industry is obviously growing and getting bigger. They're gonna have to pay attention to it, and you can't mistreat people continuously and not have any backlash. So,
I mean, the auto industry is heavily unionized, and they do mass layoffs as well. So it's not a problem. It's not an end-all solution, but there are, you follow that trend down. I mean, it became so expensive to produce cars in the United States that car production left in a lot of ways. So, yeah, I think it's a really complex issue that coming around, and I think you get purist gamers. Like, you can see how passionate Watts got right there during that conversation. She wants to play this video game, and
I want people who are working their ass off, who have made this amazing game, who have jobs, to not be boycotted just because Activision's bringing it to America.
Yeah.
Like, there are people 100%. Who have families. All these people are like so pissed off that Activision laid off all these people, but then you're boycotting the studio that has nothing to do with it, so that they make less money and they have to lay people off. Like, that doesn't make any sense. If you want to make action towards something you don't like, you totally should, but you should look into the whole situation, not just be like, well, Activision's publishing this, so I'm just going to boycott everything. Because it's not, some Activision owns some studios. Some studios have absolutely nothing to do with Activision. They own their own game. They're just publishing it. It's not just a black and white situation of, oh, it's Activision. Activision made this game, so I'm not buying it. That's not true.
Wow. So
that's why Metro is our most look forward to game of the year.
How about that?
I love how our Twitter questions start.
That was very
here, and then,
I didn't see it coming, but now it all makes sense, honestly.
Yeah. But I thank you, Watts, for I love the passion you bring to it.
Reverend Jimmy Love says, while walking or driving, music or podcasts?
Music.
Usually music for me. Yeah.
And
I do enough.
Only very loud with the window open.
I do enough podcasting stuff when I'm home. Out, I want to listen to music, and not just on
long drives. Long drives, I will listen to podcasts. If I have an extended period of time, I like This American Life a lot. I really enjoy listening to TED Talks and things like that.
I have a problem concentrating just in general. So if I'm listening to a podcast, it has to be an unbelievably engaging subject. And even then, I'm wanting to listen and absorb information. That doesn't go well with driving. So I just music, because I can tune it out. I'll be like, wait, I like that song. What happened? It's already gone. Okay.
I can see you starting to get animated and angry at the podcast conversation, and start looking at the radio and talking to them and forgetting that you're driving, and just be like,
I have that issue with just television. Like, I get asked so many shows like, oh, you watch this show, this show, this show. I was like, I would if I could have it up in the background and actually understand everything that's going on, but I can't do that. I can't be playing a game and watching TV at the same time and get everything out of the show experience, right? Yep. It's gonna be one thing. Focus on one thing.
Yeah, that's a big thing for me. Like, I feel like I'm disrespecting the writing if I'm just casually having a show that I've never seen on to the side. Then there's no investment in it. I have to just focus on the show if I'm going to watch a show or listen.
Yeah. I do 50-50 when I'm driving or walking around. Sometimes I'm in the mood to... when I listen to podcasts, it's more me zoning out. Weirdly, with music, it's more usually I'm thinking about stuff. And I find if I listen to too many podcasts, I don't actually think for myself enough, because I'll just be thinking about other people's thoughts about stuff. But music gives you time to think for yourself, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's totally.
I like to think that if I had my druthers, like Quentin Tarantino, to create the soundtrack to my life, as I'm walking around, I feel like there's music all the time that is representative of that situation. And sometimes when I hear something come on the radio, or something randomly kicks in, and it's that moment that it's that perfect song for that occasion, it just sends I get
this is why I miss music stores. Pope, you remember walking into a music store and there's just absolute fucking jam was on in the stairs, because they'd be pumping music in the music store all the time, and
the guys that are working there love music.
Your cadence would change to the beat of the music as you walk in the music store. So sad that there's not H&B or Strawberries or anything like that anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, kids don't know what they are. I mean, my high school kids don't know what CDs are.
Yeah. You still find like record stores around, like vinyl and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a similar experience, but it's not like an everyday thing. Like
it's also a lot more
CDs or whatever.
It's less social than it was as well. Like
everybody, music used to be very
got
social.
Earbuds, like you don't know what people listen to.
Headphone.
Yeah, instead of like having a shared musical experience where like
bring boomboxes back.
Where's that boombox?
you'd buy a record and you bring it home and you'd like sit and listen to it.
Yeah. But in that respect, though, there is a lot of social sharing of music online.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
And then there's a lot of people that go to concerts, and there's a lot of like digital music shared that way as well at concerts.
Yeah, but, for sure.
Yeah, playlists on like Spotify and iTunes are pretty cool, actually. Like it's kind of taking the place of a mixtape.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, playlists
like
are
a shareable
amazing.
way to do it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I got 3 more questions for us. Mohegan 9 says, are the deals for candy better the day after Halloween or Valentine's Day?
Depends on the type of candy.
Valentine's. I think it's Valentine's.
I'm going Valentine's. Yeah, I agree.
I reject this question. Who cares about Valentine's Day candy? It's all about the Halloween candy. They could sell Valentine's Day candy they could give it away, and people would still be like, "Fuck your candy hearts that taste like ass."
No. People get guilted into buying Valentine's candy real hard.
One Valentine's Day candy that's good.
Chocolate truffles.
Okay. What?
All chocolate.
Anything
literally like the heart. The heart.
Is that like specifically?
Yeah,
the red box is like that's very specifically branded. You can't really alter that branding, so you have to just get rid of it.
Exactly.
Right? Whereas Halloween candy, you can kind of package as like whatever the hell, right?
Halloween candy is just awesome candy.
I get that, but I'm saying, all right, that's not the question. The question is, what has the better discount?
I rejected the question already.
After the day of the holiday, and it's therefore Valentine's Day because it's harder to get away from the Valentine's Day branding than it is from the Halloween branding.
You just say it, Dado. Come on, man.
If the court would hear me out.
I'm sick and tired of this crap. I'm behind Dado 100%.
Yeah, the correct answer is Easter.
That's true. That's true.
First of all, I push back on your Halloween thesis, Briar, because
why is that?
Candy corn is neither good nor real candy, and it is associated to Halloween. So therefore, your whole argument is torn down. Thank you. I rest my case.
I feel you. I'm sorry.
Abstained.
You are right. Jesse CCCC says, when you button your dress shirt, do you button it from the top to the bottom or from the bottom to the top?
Top to bottom, because when I used to do it from bottom to top, I would always get it like uneven. So then you just start at the top, so then you know exactly where the top is, and then go down. Then if you're like, oh, I don't need that top button, you can undo that.
Less error from going top to bottom.
Yeah.
How about middle out?
You're living wild, man.
I wear dress shirts every day to work. I wear a suit to work every day, and I start at the top because I'm usually wearing
top
a tie.
To bottom.
So also, Dado apparently lost his audio due to slamming his desk.
Pure passion.
So we might be out of a Dado for the podcast.
Dado's gone. Thanks for joining.
Right. We're almost done. Soccerburn55 says Armor Lock in Halo Reach was the best ability, and Teft is bitter because he did not know how to use it to its full potential. Changed my mind.
I'll tell you what.
Change your
Armor
mind.
Lock literally just extended the battle. You were gonna die. You're like, oh no, I'm gonna die. So you armor locked, and then you're like, oh, I'm still gonna die because as soon as this is done, these guys are gonna shoot me. It just allowed your teammates to possibly show up, or if people didn't know about it, then you did that slam crap and took your shield off up close. But if you already knew that they were doing that garbage, then you just kept your distance, and so it just extended the battle. It was stupid. It was a dumb mechanic. It should have only been. It should have only been in big team battle and never selectable in Slayer. I'm sorry.
All right, I bite your tongue, you devil. Okay. First of all, it should never have been in big team battle. As a Warthog driver with over 60,000 Warthog driver assists in Halo 3, my paper mache Warthog was a piece of dog shit because of those decisions to make it take damage and not regain health and armor lock. So no, it did not belong in big team battle.
That was the whole point. It was for it to be in big team battle so people could have something to go against
vehicles. And the whole point of the nuclear bomb was to end the war, and look where we are now. Did it make things better? No.
Also, why can you get stuck with the sticky and then, I'm just going to armor lock? Okay, it's done.
You know what? It sounds like we needed that in the final years of Destiny 1 trials.
Yes.
Armor lock.
I missed a question. Oh, I'm back now.
So we can protect ourselves against fusion needs. I think so.
It is a Halo thing. Don't worry about it.
All right, that's it. That's all the Twitter questions. We didn't get to all of them.
Got me all
we
fired
went a little
up,
long.
and then you just end me. You ride me hot, put me away wet.
You're gonna whip out the
armor lock want discussion? More, Pope.
Jesus.
Ask your wife all about that. She does. She knows what I'm talking about. That's a horse term. You know what the hell I'm talking about. It's not sexual. You ride them hot. Am I gonna have to explain this? You ride
Briar could just look it up on Urban Dictionary.
We get it.
I think that's the podcast, right?
Yeah,
it's a podcast. Let's
close this thing out.
Oh man,
Patrick, you with us here, buddy?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Who are you? Where can we find you?
Find me at Holtzman_YT on Twitter. Probably profusely apologizing to my girlfriend for saying "fuck you, Andy" earlier in the show. I did not mean that. I would like to put the entirety of the blame upon Pope Bear for reading your answer so slowly and not getting to the heart of the matter, which was, the answer. So yeah,
that's not. I wouldn't accept that apology if I was her. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't either. Yeah, she's never going. She's never going to accept the apology. I'm basically,
you're
I'm
done.
screwed.
You're toast.
Yeah. I'll sleep on the couch that doesn't actually exist in my apartment.
Proverbial couch.
I'm Briar Rabbit. You can find me driving my gorgeous wife to Red Lobster to get some of them Cheddar Bay biscuits while playing We Are the Champions on the radio.
#undefeated.
Oh, man. I am Tefty Teft. You can talk to me at Teft on Twitter, streams, twitch.tv/Tefty Teft. And blaming Pope Bear for the loss of my points for all those convoluted questions and the way you had to have them answered. What not? Good God. That's why I lost. I blame Pope.
I'm Miss 5000 Watts. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Just look for Miss 5000 Watts. The questions were confusing, so I understand it, Tefty. That's
right.
Only a madman like Briar could understand what's going on.
Some crazy science fiction thing going on with these questions.
Dado.
Hi, you can find me on the internet. I'm not the cybersecurity and data backup company, so you just search my name and anything that's not that's probably me.
Did you have that name before them?
No, I had the nickname before they were a company, but I was not my own YouTube channel until well after.
They went in the court of law.
Yeah,
fortunately.
And this has been this is Pope Bear, and you can find me on Twitter at Pope Bear. Make sure to follow the channel at DCP_live. I think it's important to make this announcement right now. We are going to put it in chat. We have just officially launched our merch store.
Oh,
that's right. We got an Ink the Stink t-shirt
store.
We have the Ink the Stink shirt. It's the first edition. It's we have tried to do something different, and we're trying to we're creating our own merch store. I'm going to be shipping them out of my home. So we're going to be I've got some new DCP branded sunglasses that are going to be pre-ordered for PAX West. You can get them online too. Those are going to be up there soon, but it's dcplivemerch.com. So www.dcplivemerch.com. And we are going to be putting up some really cool stuff. Ash and I have got some great plans to work with some content creators and some artists in the future on future shows to make shirts for their coming onto the show available to you. It's going to be fun. So definitely give it a chance and check it out. we have a lot of really great guests still to come this month. As you know, our big surprise is that my computer runs in so slow I can't delay this long enough to get the actual. Oh my gosh. Really, it's having a hard time pulling up Google Calendar.
It's a very intense program.
If you're using Chrome, it does take a lot of resources to do.
Heavy. Okay. So next week, we're really proud to have Professor Broman on. And to end the month, we are going to be having one actual on. It's a great month of February. Next month in March, we start off with a whole new setup of guests. I haven't teased those yet, but I'm really excited about who's set to come on March. We have a birthday podcast for Briar and I, March 15th podcast.
Ooh, another birthday podcast. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's good. So we have Professor Broman next week. We're really excited. And once again, thank you very much for everybody who follows us. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. We love you very much. And special shout out to our Patreons.
Watch, I got one more thing to be released on time for my birthday.
It's debatable. It's looking a little dicey.
Yes,
Dado. Do you guys think Wizards should ban Nexus of Fate?
Absolutely.
Fuck no.
Absolutely.
How come?
Right, you that would be the type of deck that you would like to play too. A deck that has no actual win condition. You just take infinite turns until your opponent concedes out of boredom.
It's bull. I agree.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go once again with a dragon with the cat face. Licking.
That is an actual card.
What the hell is going on right now?
Yeah.
Wrong. The answer is Tiger.
The podcast.
The answer is actually Cheetah.
The answer is thank you all for coming and staying and hanging out. We love your faces.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
We're gonna roll credits.
I put the cat dragon token in chat so you can actually see it.
That looks like a sketchy link. I won't click that.
It's fine.
You're fishing for my information. No thanks, man. Oh my God. I'm gonna pass on that.
Look at that Scryfall.
It's a magic site.
That is shady.
That's like those guys that come in a chat and they're like, "WTF? She did that on stream." Exactly.
Can we get the Dado security company to check in that, please? That'd be useful.
It's clear. I clicked on it.
Okay,
and
nice.
my computer seems fine.
You guys are good.
It always does. Oh wait, no.
We're gonna roll credits, be back to read out subs, and then raid someone. BRB, guys.
Bye.